Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard. And does it really matter?
Did you say stuttering?
I did not, Johnny.
Stuttering,
I did not,
Johnny
Johnny. I did not. Okay, I did not.
That was a chill intro, though.
Thank you. I'm perfecting it. I figure if I get really good at it, you'll keep me around, and you won't boo me to the curb.
Going with the Adidas sweatsuit
yeah.
combo
I'm
today?
trying to lean into it as much as possible.
The Armo thing.
If you guys want to give me any gifts, give me some Adidas tracksuits.
I got a tip for you. The chain should be on the outside of the sweatsuit. If you're going to do the full Armo thing, I would take your chain.
I don't have any chains.
Oh, you
on.
really don't? Oh, wow.
I don't. I lose everything.
You lost your chain.
Well, Dana did something with my chains. I'm going to be honest with you. I think she hawks my chain. Because I'm like, hey, man, where's my chain? She's like, oh, I'm getting it clean. I go, where's the chain? Getting them clean.
You know, they're cleaning them at the pawn shop
Yeah,
now.
that's where they're cleaning them at the freaking pawn shop. Why do you need a pawn, man? I worked too hard for this,
I
man.
like the slots. Come on.
Yeah, I want to open up by telling you that Dana's really pushing it with me lately.
Is she?
Because every night she asks me if I want soup. Like every night, and it's annoying. I cannot stand it. Like
Soup.
every day she's like, would you like some soup? I'm like, no, I don't need soup again. We had soup the last 3 days. I don't need soup every day.
Is this a Munchausen by proxy
I
kind
don't
of thing?
know
Is she
what,
trying to poison you?
I don't know, bro, but soup. And then she wants to get really, really, really dangerous. And she gives me cream clam chowder. And my asshole is just firing off, bro.
Clam chowder is good, though.
It's great, but I don't need soup every day, bro.
Have you been sick
soup.
or something?
No, she's been a little under the weather.
Oh, and so she's... I got it. Okay. I have too. That's why my voice is thin, if you've noticed. It's,
I didn't want to say anything.
I'm out. I'm better now, but
You're on the other side of it?
Yeah, my voice.
But
is
I
just
don't need soup every day, and I'm tired of it. Stop asking to give me soup. Oh, you want soup? No, I don't want soup again. Okay, I don't want soup again.
Yeah, soup is like a once a month.
Once in a while, like, oh, we're peasants. Let's eat some soup, right? But I don't need soup every day. It's not my thing.
Do you? I never have soup though, and regret it. I'm never like, oh, I wish I didn't eat that soup.
No, for sure. But I just feel like I just don't want it every day.
What's your go-to? If you had to choose?
If
of all
I
the
the
soups?
calories were nothing, pizza every day.
No. I mean soup though. Like, what's the best soup?
Like really thick noodled chicken noodle soup, like just
good,
all
yeah.
noodle.
I like old
little
school vegetable
chicken.
soup. That's good. Old school veggie soup.
Yeah. Oh, but I want chunky, bro. Chunky's
Yeah.
got me, dude. I'm
What do you
big
mean, like
into
Chunky, the brand Chunky?
Yeah, I really
Like
love chunky.
Donovan
soup.
McNabb.
I loved it, dude.
Donovan, did you eat your
With
chunky
his mom's.
soup? Yeah.
Do you think his mom was hard to deal with on the set?
Yeah, for sure.
Donovan's like, listen, she's not. Just don't make eye contact with her.
She's diva. Yeah.
She'll get out the
Super diva.
switch and start beating the shit off. God. Can I say that in the first 10 minutes? Am I violating the rules?
Probably, yeah, we're at 3 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, beep everything.
Okay.
All
3
right.
minutes.
With a
Sam
lot
said
of beeps.
The S word.
I said the S word. I can't believe I'm on a internet show and I can't say the S word in the first 10 minutes. But I don't want soup. Keep your soup, not every day.
No soup for me.
Yeah, okay. I don't want soup. You know what else I don't want? Subway. Don't ask me if I want Subway. People are still eating Subway, and it upsets me. I drive by there, and I always look to see if anyone's in Subway, and there's always someone in Subway.
Remember when we as a society agreed that Subway was good food? You know, that was like a
well,
couple
we
of
fell
years.
for that.
Yeah.
And then the truth started coming out, like all disclosure. Truth starts coming out about the PSYOP being ran on us. And the first thing we found out is, hey, guess what? They got yoga mats in their bread. You're eating yoga mats.
It's
Okay?
funny because it kind of tasted like a yoga mat.
Yeah, it really
in
did,
hindsight.
but you didn't care because you were like, how much is this 6-inch? Oh my God, I get a foot long for how much? $5.99?
Yeah.
I'm living the high life.
What was your go-to sub?
I mean, well, first of all, let me get into the rest of the reasons we hate Subway, and then I'll get to my thing.
Yeah, there are a
Okay,
few more,
number
yeah.
2 is no tuna in the tuna fish. There's no tuna in the tuna fish.
Okay, well, you're going to be the only person to complain about tuna because I don't think many people were eating a tuna
It doesn't
fish
matter. They're presenting tuna as tuna. You can't present it.
Oh, I thought you meant they're not putting enough. Oh,
No.
is that one of the things that came out?
Yeah.
There's no actual tuna? Oh, that's so funny.
Right?
Ha.
Right?
Yeah, of
And then
course.
the last thing is Their mascot is a diddler.
Yeah, I would say the last thing, but the most important thing is that their celebrity spokesperson is, a
diddler.
We're dancing around it because of YouTube. But,
Oh, I can't say diddler.
well, no, you can say that, but we're not saying pedophile because
Allegedly.
no, it's not alleged.
Do I gotta say allegedly?
No, he's in jail. Yeah.
He's okay.
He did it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's the one time you don't have
No,
to.
yeah, when
Someone
they're-
just beat his. You know that?
Good.
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 Because dude, my favorite thing. Okay, I feel like we already talked about this. I don't care, dude. Dude,
We did when that doc came out. We talked about it.
Why are you going to Subway still? I posted that. Someone's like, dude, Subway's great. What's wrong with you? I go, dude, it's called Jersey's Mike's, okay?
The only
Jersey
thing I
Mi-
can guess is that they don't have any, because like there are small towns like mine where for a long time the only thing we had is a Subway. I mean, that was it.
Yeah, like that's when you have no options. You do Subway. If you have options, you better take your ass somewhere else.
Like the time I got stranded in that flood in South Carolina, in King Street, South Carolina, the only store that was open, and I think the only store in that town was a Subway.
You know
and
why?
I ate that for 3 days.
Because the people who own that Subway lived in that Subway. That's why they had it open.
Yeah, that was it's really a play. It's like a last chance saloon. You know what I mean? Like
It really
yeah,
is. It is. You're on your way out.
that's for sure.
You're waiting to get evicted. That's what that is. When you're eating at Subway, you're probably got an eviction coming from your place very soon.
Yeah, you get the foot long, and then eat 6 inches now, and then like 6 inches tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
just to survive.
just to survive.
So Johnny, as I was driving here, I saw a billboard for the new movie Scream. So another Scream's coming out.
Didn't one just come out last year?
Yeah, this is how you know they jumped the shark. You know how you know? It's in New York City. That's how you know it jumped the shark. Whenever a franchise moves to New York City, that's when they're out of ideas. Now, if you start New York City, you're fine. You're totally fine. That's how, Escape from New York. Whatever movie, Ghostbusters, you're in New York, you're fine. Okay?
Like when they took the Tonight Show to New York. Is that what you mean, like that?
No, but it's also like if your movie franchise starts in New York and then you leave New York, you jump the shark. If you start somewhere else and then you go to New York, you jump the shark.
Like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah, and then you're like lost in, LA. Now you jump the shark. But if you're a franchise and you start somewhere and then you end up in New York City, that means you ran out of ideas.
I mean, let's be honest though. Scream ran out of ideas.
Scream ran out a
15
long
years
time,
ago.
but this is it. Like, you remember when Jurassic Park went to New York City?
Not really. No, I stopped watching those.
Do you
a long
remember
time
when Friday the 13th, Jason went to New York City?
Are those any good still? I know people are still going to see those. I lost interest a long time ago.
Yeah,
Have you
I
watched
lost
them?
it a long time ago.
I can't believe they're still getting
The
Jamie Lee
last time I
Curtis to do
really was excited about Friday the 13th is when they took on Freddy Krueger. That's it.
That was what, 30 years ago?
Yeah, that was the last time I cared.
That's fine.
I was in. That's great. Seeing those guys go at it. Maybe they should have thrown in Michael Myers, and they should just have some battle royal, so some Royal Rumble of killers, and see who ends. Who wins at
would
the
win
end?
that? How do you power rank the serial killer? I'm gonna go first. I think number 1 is the guy from Hellraiser.
No, you gotta go 3.
Okay.
Oh, Hellraiser's in there too.
Hellraiser's number 1.
Okay,
though.
who are our contestants?
Well, let's see. Okay, we got the guy from the Hellraiser. What's his name? What was his name?
Pinhead.
Pinhead. Yeah.
Pinhead, which
Pinhead.
is the laziest name for anybody.
I don't. Was
Like, what
that
should we
wasn't his
call-
official name?
Yeah,
though.
his name was
no,
Pinhead.
no.
Dude, I used to love Hellraiser.
Well, but that wasn't his official name. Though.
And by the way, I used to love Hellraiser. I didn't even know it was about a black cube.
He was like something like the Cube Master or some shit like that. The Hell Priest. That's what it was. The Hell.
That
Priest.
was the name of it. Pinhead,
priest.
the Hell Priest.
The priest. Yeah, the Hell Priest. Yeah.
So you had Pinhead, you had Michael Myers, you had Freddy Krueger, you had Jason Voorhees. Do we want to get into later on? Like I don't think the clown ever made it into the classics.
20 best horror villains, according to Entertainment Magazine. Mr. Hyde. I mean, like, okay. The creature from the Black Lagoon.
No.
Leatherface. That's a good one.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Jigsaw Killer from Saw.
Yeah, but those guys are later on. Those guys are later
Pinhead
on.
makes the list. Invisible Man. Jaws. Jaws does not count.
Jaws does not count.
Carrie. Nah.
That was a one-off.
Yeah. They put Godzilla on the list. That's not a horror
Godzilla
movie.
is not a horror film. It is a monster film, and it deserves its own genre.
Freddy Krueger got in there. Candyman got in there.
Nope.
Norman Bates.
Nope.
Hannibal Lecter. That's a good one.
Yeah, but
That's a good
still not in the same. Like Hannibal Lecter was more of a you took it serious. Like,
yeah, it was more of a dramatic, like.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah. These things are like fantasy, shitty movies.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. What was the? I'm trying to think of the lower budget shitty ones that were big when I was.
Oh,
a kid.
you had Jason Voorhees, you had Freddy Krueger, you had Pinhead, you had Michael Myers, and you had Leatherface. Those were the big ones. Those were the big five, right?
For sure.
Power rank them.
Well, I already told you I put Pinhead.
You
at
can't
number
put one. You can't go rate the one. You gotta go number 5.
Yeah, okay.
Number 5.
This is gonna take a lot of
Well,
thought.
what are we judging
I
on?
think like who would kill the others is like in a Royal Rumble kind of situation like you're talking about, where they're all just in the ring together.
Now, what's really weird is because now you're getting into what are their powers?
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger can't beat them because none of them are trying to sleep. They don't sleep. None of
Yeah,
those guys
so
sleep.
they would have to take a nap for him to win. So he's probably
When did you ever see
number
any
5,
of those guys
right?
take a
He's
nap?
number
Yeah.
5. He's
They
number
never
5.
took naps, those guys.
Number 4 is probably Leatherface.
Yeah, because he's just.
He never really had any superpowers other than being creepy.
Yeah.
But he beats Freddy Krueger because I don't remember him sleeping.
Wait, was there anything from Evil Dead that should make this list? I'm trying to think.
No, because the Evil Dead's about the guy who fights the Evil Dead.
But were there any? I'm trying to think. Was there? Nah, it's always a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So then after that, now we're getting into some stuff. Now the question is
Jason is pretty powerful, I would say.
So who's left? We got
Jason, Michael Myers,
we already did Michael Myers.
Oh,
No. We got Michael Myers.
Jason,
The only two left are Michael
Pinhead.
Myers and Jason.
and Pinhead. Who I
I'm
already
gonna
put at
go
one.
number 3, Michael Myers.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. What was his superpower? He's sneaky.
Yeah, and he seems to be hard to kill.
Yeah, he seems to be hard to kill, and he's sneaky. And then the last one is right because he would just show up in places. You're like, how
He's
the
quiet.
fuck you
Yeah, this
here?
big son of a bitch
he's
is
like,
quiet.
"Do, do, 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 do," and he's walking around, and no one hears this giant dude in a mask.
He'd be a good tight end, probably.
Yeah,
you know,
probably. He was the Gronk.
He's a pass catching tight end.
Yeah, he's the Gronk of killers.
absolutely.
And then Jason Voorhees, number 2, because he seemed to have a little bit of mysticism to him.
yeah, there's something magic about him.
Something magic about him. He shows up. You can't kill him.
Can't kill him.
And then you're going to have to go with Pinhead, even though out of this group, I think he's the least popular. I think you have to be really into this genre to really know Pinhead. But he had the most powers.
Yeah.
So that's our power rank, our movie monster power rankings.
Yeah, Poltergeist doesn't really have a big enemy. Those were some of my favorite horror movies, so I love those Poltergeist movies. And then what was The Prophecy? Remember The Prophecy with Christopher Walken was in The Prophecy?
Yeah, but if you have to ask, do you remember? It's not on the list.
Yeah. Those were better movies, though, than some of the movies we're talking about even.
Yeah, so that's it.
I used to love horror movies. I spent a lot of time as a kid at movie theaters.
course you
In
did.
movie rental houses.
Yeah.
Going around trying to rent movies and just looking at the covers.
Yeah, I miss
and,
video
reading.
rental.
Remember discovering a horror movie that
Yeah.
nobody else knew
Yeah,
about
yeah,
and how exciting
yeah,
that was?
yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
dude, you got to go rent whatever.
And just walking around,
yeah.
looking at the movies, and then trying to peer into the adult movie section.
yeah, I do that.
Just hoping that nobody notices that you're staring at the adult.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they have to make the door so big and loud that it swings and everyone sees you're going to look at porn.
They didn't have that in my town. They didn't have the adult section. What we did have, though, were certain videos, tapes that had sexy covers that you could kind of check out. I remember Striptease was Demi Moore with her leg,
Oh,
and I would
God.
just kind of hold that and look at it for a while.
Well, we
and
kind of
then
look back.
put it back.
So the Oscars happened this last weekend. I've talked about it on last show.
Didn't watch. Yeah.
But the 80s crushed it.
What do you mean the 80s?
The 80s.
Oh, actors from the 80s.
Yeah, crushed. Does that give you hope, Johnny?
No, I have
That
no
you're
reason.
never out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, sure. I mean, all those people Well, my favorite thing is this idea that everything everywhere all at once, which is about like alternate routes, has a great alternate history story with it. That it was originally written for Jackie Chan to star. The male was going to be the star, and it was going to be Jackie Chan, and he turned it down. So then they made Michelle Yeoh the star. Yeah. Isn't that, can you imagine if Jackie Chan had starred in that? It'd been a completely different vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't take it as serious.
Yeah, I don't
Johnny,
think so.
I want to talk to you about multiverse. I just sent you a picture. Will you put this up on the screen right now? And we're going to ask, does this make you believe in the multiverse?
Okay, here's the image you wanted me to pull up.
Yeah, so I was going to pick up my kids, and I look up, and this is the license plate in front of me, Sammy Tripp.
Unbelievable.
Right? That's so weird.
SAMYTRP. Sammy Tripp.
So someone said I should chase this car to find out who it was.
What their deal is. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? Why? Who are you? Should I yell, who sent you?
That's strange. What, did you freak out?
I go, oh my God. No, you know what I freaked out about? Can I get my camera out in time to take the picture?
Oh, that's my concern. Like
this
if
is
I
like,
ever
see
a UFO or
then
something.
you go here, and that's like, go, and then you gotta get it.
I'm always worried I won't get it out in time if I see a UFO.
Yeah, it's nuts. Does that make you believe in the metaverse? I mean, the universe.
That does not.
Okay.
No, I already believe in the universe, but that doesn't make me believe
I'm gonna
in the
send you
universe.
one more thing because this is a show. This is the Sports Center of the apocalypse. I want to send you one more thing, and then Johnny, we can talk about. We got fan mail that Dana accidentally opened.
Oh, come on.
But I don't know what's in it.
I think this is mystery package. Is that what we call this?
Yeah, mystery package. You gotta open it. Find out what
We already have a theme song. We don't need you to sing it again. It's okay. I appreciate your effort.
That was really rude, bro. I was rocking.
Here's this. What is this?
Okay.
What are we looking at here?
So I was driving the other day or today, and I saw this, and I just really wanted to talk about this. This is a billboard that's on Ventura, and it says, "Women, Life, Freedom, Free Iran, Support." I don't know what that says.
Paid for by Legal Soft Solution.
Yeah.
Micro One, funded by donations. Whatever that means.
So this is obviously, Johnny, a movement to help free the women of Iran, right? This is what
billboards.
With billboards. So I'm gonna say something right now about this movement to give women equal rights in Iran. I'm looking right in the camera. I'm going to tell you something. Iran government, hear me out right now. Okay. When it comes to giving women equal rights, do not do it. Don't do it. Don't give them equal rights. It's a trap. They're going to, we just want to have equal rights and just vote. And we'll start with that. And then the next thing you know, they're going to be rooting your sports and they're going to be demanding to be on comedy lineups, even though there's not as many as them. They're like, why is there equal amount? And it's just going to suck. And then they're going to find microaggressions and sexual harassment and everything. And it's just going to suck. And then they're going to be like, hey, let's bring your newborns to hang out with some dude dressed like a hooker dancing at a drag show. Don't do it. It's a trap. They're never going to be happy. They're always going to bitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. We made that mistake. We gave them rights, and it's been downhill since then. That's my political statement. Don't do it.
That was a message from Sam Tripoli, paid for by Legal Soft Solution.
They're gonna stop having babies, and then they're gonna make you celebrate their dog's birthday. Okay, it's gonna be ridiculous. Don't do it. They're happier. Trust me, they're all going to get mental illnesses and be on 1 million pharmaceuticals, and then they're going to all be telling you about how you're being aggro and bullying.
You're not going to be able to find anything in the podcasting app because it's just all murder podcasts in the top 100.
That's all they care about is they go to comedy shows and ruin it by getting offended, and then they go home and listen to murder podcasts, okay? Oh, my God, you're hurting somebody's feeling with your joke. The number one way to hurt somebody's feeling is to murder them, but they don't care. They don't care about hypocrisy. All right, doesn't matter.
They're gonna destroy Star Wars.
They're gonna destroy Star Wars.
Iranian Star Wars. Get ready.
They're gonna make us make movies where they fight. They want to fight, and then in real life they think they can fight, so they beat you. They swing on you, and then you push them. They fall down, and everyone thinks you're a woman abuser.
What?
Trust me. All right? Iran, don't do it. Don't do it. They're happier. They're happier. They'll be happy because they're gonna bitch anyways. So don't even bother giving them rights. And at the end of the day, they'll be like, we just want to vote. Then they won't even vote. And then they'll be like, only vote for the cute guy. They're like, Obama's cute. I'm gonna vote for him. That's all I gotta do. They only vote for American Idol. Stop it.
Just let them take the hats off, the hoods, you know, the burkas.
Yeah, just tell them, okay, you don't have to wear ninja clothes anymore.
Compromise.
Yeah, here's our compromise. You don't have to dress like ninjas in 100-degree weather.
What is the point of this billboard, though? It is strange.
It's just somebody with too much money just trying to start shit. But Maz Jobrani's very much into this movement, and I love Maz Jobrani. But Iran, do not give women equal rights. It's just going to ruin everything. It's just going to ruin everything.
Yeah, it's just we f*** that country all up.
Yeah, Johnny, I got another hot take. Are you ready for it?
Always.
Here's my hot take, Johnny. So San Francisco is trying to propose to give every African American $5 million to make up for reparations. And as you know, Johnny, I am
$5 million?
$5 mil.
What? Is that real?
$5 mil.
Oh my goodness. Makes you want to like just make friends with some black people.
Well, dude, Johnny, guess what? You're friends with a black person because I'm 12.5% black.
I'm 2% black.
Yeah, we got to find out what that number is.
San Francisco board open to reparations with $5 million payouts. That's from NBC. The draft reparations plan released in December is unmatched nationwide in its specificity and breadth. So it's unmatched nationwide in its specificity. That's a small thing, and its breadth. That's a big thing. That doesn't
that's
make any
a
sense.
lot, Johnny. That's a lot of
Bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just some verbal jerking off right there.
Payments of $5 million.
Verbal
to
masturbation.
every eligible black adult. The elimination of personal debt and tax burdens.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Hold on. Are they gonna say they don't have to pay taxes?
Well, I think any back taxes that they owe and any tax. Guaranteed annual incomes of at least $97,000 for 250 years.
Oh my God.
And homes in San Francisco for just $1 per family.
Oh my God, dude. Man, are you putting your?
How can they afford this?
I don't even know, bro.
They were some of the more than 100 recommendations made by a city-appointed reparations committee tasked with the thorny question of how to atone for centuries of slavery and systemic racism.
Dude, that is so great. By the way, as you know, I'm 12.5% more.
So you owed whatever 12% of $5 million.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'm going to use that money to open up my new store, which is going to be a Cadillac Escalade and gold chain store called Whips and Chains. Okay? And just bring
that's how you'll get the other $5 million.
Yeah, just bring your reparation checks down. We got Escalades and we got gold chains. Come on down.
Got to get in those weed stocks and,
gotta do it, dude.
San Francisco.
Gotta do it, bro. Like,
wow.
So they were talking about what's going to happen is they're going to make it impossible for you to actually qualify for this. They're going to figure out a way to make it so it sounds good. It sounds good, but in reality, it's never going to happen. One guy will get it, and that guy is going to be the luckiest dude in the world. And by the way, if you want to destroy the value of $1, give everybody $5 million. So let me ask you something.
Can I just say this? In San Francisco, black residents once made up more than 13% of the city's population, but more than 50 years later, they account for less than 6% of the city's residents and 38% of its homeless population. So you're talking about giving homeless people.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
$5 million.
If there's anybody who's good with their money, is the homeless.
Can you
imagine? Johnny, hear me out. Hear me out.
38%.
Hear me out, Johnny. Financial consultant to the homeless.
38% of your money to homeless.
Yeah. We're going to turn your pea jars into big, big dollars.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Hey, you want to get this crack pipe? It's only $15,000.
Oh,
there
yeah.
You go, buddy.
Of course. I mean, dude, all of a sudden the price of crack is up.
Yeah. Inflation, massive crack inflation. Everybody's going back to
Remember
cocaine.
the movie? Did you ever watch the movie Brewster's Millions?
I remember it. Yeah, but
So
it's
it's
been a long
basically the
time.
premise of this movie is that this guy was given X number of dollars and he has to spend it all by this time or else he won't get the rest of money. We're going to see Brewster's Millions in real life. Everyone will be spending $5 million in about 2 weeks. Now imagine if you
Terrible
live
idea.
Imagine if you live in the block where the dollar houses suddenly are, and you own a house there.
And a bunch of homeless people are moving, or unhoused people. People experiencing homelessness is what you're supposed to say.
Suddenly, every homeless person from Fresno is just rushing to San Francisco.
Oh, what a nightmare! I mean,
What a nightmare!
they really are just full. I mean, just morons running the government.
Yeah,
in San Francisco.
they're just idiots.
Total wasting
And it's
their
just
time.
Like it's like dumb spitballing.
Yeah, it really. I mean, I would just imagine them kind of sitting around in these rooms. I think we should give them houses for $1.
Yeah.
Why even $1
And
at that point?
nobody checks that at all.
No, he's like, that's a great idea. I think we should give them $5 million now.
Yeah, they're just seeing who can outstupid each other.
A lot of these people owe a lot
It's
of back
almost
taxes.
like an auction where people are bidding, but they don't bid with money. They bid with
Stupidity.
dumber ideas.
Just getting dumber and dumber.
Dumber and dumber ideas.
I think we should all give them planets to go live on eventually.
Plant. I think they should be able to just take any white woman they want. Take bam.
They get prima nocta privileges.
You can't get charged with murder if you're under 25. Bam. Charged with murder. Bam.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. Johnny, I think it's time to get off the news and get into... Boom! You've got
mystery
mail.
package.
Mystery package. Here we go.
Mystery package! It's mystery package. It could be anything. It could be a ton of cash or some anal rings. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. It's mystery package. Let's see if it blings.
Here we go. What is this? Okay, I haven't opened this. To Ryan. Are we supposed to send him something?
To Ryan.
Okay, let's see what he wants.
Oh, he got a self-addressed envelope.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we go.
Remember that when you used to please send a self-addressed stamped envelope too. Price is right.
Here you go, Johnny. Can you read this with some music?
Sad music? What
Yeah,
kind of music?
I don't know, man. Read some sad music.
We already used the sad music.
Use it again.
Okay, my voice is a little thin. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Dear Broken Sim, thank you for putting out quality content each and every show that make me and my wife bust out laughing while listening. I'm just a country boy from southeast Missouri, so listening to your shows provides so much insight to the hellhole that is California. Quite scary, but at least you can poop on the sidewalk. That's something. The wide array of topics is what keeps me coming back each and every show, from werewolves to crack hose to Johnny's farm to the legendary Sam getting his asshole plucked by a Chinese ladyboy. That's quality content right there. Johnny's witty quips and skepticism, even Sam's antics. It's an irresistible good cop, goofy cop duo.
Hold on. Good cop, doofy cop?
Goofy cop.
Who's goofy cop?
I think I'm good cop, you're goofy cop.
I'm goofy cop? And by the way, and even Sam's antics, I'll put up with that? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Okay. He's saying I even out your antics. That's what it is,
okay.
With my witty quips and skepticism.
Okay, I think they're creating a fucking monster with you. I just gotta be honest with you.
I'm the same person I've always been. As a side gig, I am a graphic artist and design/create custom trading cards. I made one for you and Johnny each in the style of a 1953 baseball card.
Okay.
If Sam and Johnny would so kindly autograph one each and send the 2 cards back in the provided envelope that I have sent along, that would make my year. If XG wants one, please let me know. He's not on this show, so we're going to skip that.
Yeah.
Thank you for the many years of laughs with Broken Sim /tinfoil hat. Sincerely, Ryan from Missouri.
Ryan, we really love to send you something, but you didn't include a stamp on that, so we'll have to look at the budget.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro, but let's take a look at this. Let's go into it. Here we go. Trading cards. Here we go. Oh, Johnny, you're going to love this. Look at Johnny. Look at this. Johnny. Oh, this is the best. He also put, here, Johnny, read the back. I think it's the one, but read the back. It's the best. Here we go. We're going to put these. So we're supposed to sign 2 of them. So we're going to.
Mine says Johnny Woodard, show host, and yours says Sam Tripoli, co-host. Wait, we got Dodgers? We're not Dodgers.
I am Dodgers all day, bro. Nice. Thank you, buddy. At least you didn't use the 2 pictures I hate, my peanut butter hair, and then my this one with my. That one drives me nuts. I wish I
You
never.
look so crazy.
I do, and
really
everyone loves you. No, keep those. We gotta sign them, Johnny.
do. Okay, I don't have a Sharpie.
So Johnny, what is the
bring
PO
one.
box?
The P.O. Box will appear on the screen now. Contact us at 10907 Magnolia Boulevard. That's P.O. Box 423, North Hollywood, California, 91601. Or email us at contactbrokensam@gmail.com. We check that about once every 3 months, so good luck. Voicemail 657-339-1338. 657-339-1338.
Johnny, have you seen another story? I know people want to hear my stories of my life, and I got some, but I want to get out the funny stories of the week. How about the drug cartels returning the 5 guys that killed killed 2 Americans? Did you see that?
Oh, that's you're talking about the people that were going down there to get plastic surgery?
Well, there was this story. Like, there's kind of a misunderstanding or a mystery of why they were down there.
Well, I heard it was plastic surgery, so I heard.
Some people think it's plastic surgery. Other people it's drugs. They were down there buying drugs, and it just got bad fast.
Well, the thing I read in the news was that the cartel thought they were running drugs. And came in and took them out.
So that, and I think something along the lines of that was happening. Not that they were selling drugs in Mexico,
But they
but
might have had some.
they're coming to get drugs or something like that. Something went weird like that. There's some weird story. But anyways, two of the 4 are dead. Then one day, 5 Mexicans are tied up with a note that says, "These are the guys who killed the Americans. We're sorry that they did this. This is a misunderstanding."
Yeah, it's like, these guys are idiots. We didn't authorize this. You can have them. Here they are. And then basically they said, these aren't our best and brightest. Take them.
Yeah. And it's so funny that, this is basically cartel PR.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it is. Because they don't want another situation like what they had with, what was his name? Kiki, whatever the hell, that FBI agent that they killed down there.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean, it
all
was
hell
just
breaks
all
loose.
hell broke loose after that. And they've been deathly afraid of that again. In fact, that's why government officials from the U.S. are completely off limits for the cartel now.
Now, and that, what's his name? The one-eyed pirate politician. That's Dan.
Kiki Camarena. That's what it was. What now?
Who's the one? Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw. Yeah.
Dan Crenshaw. He wants to send the U.S. military in to take out the cartels. Now,
Which is hard when Mexico is a sovereign country.
Right. And on top of that, Trump was offering to do that as well. So that's some shit. But the thing I find so funny is that the cartel must have a PR department that approved of that letter that they put out, read it over, made sure it had all the right talking points. And we're starting to see this more and more because, there's all these docs now where, basically the cartels are using press to meet up. You remember that one, How to Deal Drugs or Drug Inc.
Yeah.
that was on Vice or
It's a multi-billion-dollar organization. I mean,
right, and they have social media people. And the one drug dealer is like, I didn't really want to meet with you, but I was told I had to do it. Imagine getting a call from the social media person for the fucking Marks and Cartel. Yeah, listen, hi, it's Sarah. I'm working with the cartels now, and we're trying to get our image out a lot better. And we wanted to see if you'd like to meet with these Vice reporters. Have you heard of Vice? They do great stuff. They're really good. Have you seen these panel shows where they get everybody from America and it's like they discuss the anyways?
It's like any social media person, except the call ends with, and if you don't want to go, totally, you cannot go, but we will kill you.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
you'll
don't
die.
have to go, but you're going to be running drugs through your butthole through the border if you don't do this. Is that funny?
That's the only difference, though.
Social media is so big that even drug cartels have to have a social media person to deal with the internet and content creators.
Well, they've always been about managing their image, right? Because, they give money out to people in the communities. They're big on that, giving money to the poor and to...
Johnny Mitchell went there to talk.
What?
Johnny Mitchell went there. Let's call Johnny Mitchell real quick.
To talk to who?
To one of the cartels.
For what?
Let's talk to him. Let's call him right here. I'm officially calling John Mitchell of The Connect on YouTube. Johnny, you're on Broken Sim right now, my podcast.
Oh, wow. You're ambushing me. All right.
Yeah, I'm ambushing you. So when you went to go talk to the drug cartels in Mexico, did you talk to their social media person?
No, we had a liaison. We went through.
What is that? What did he do it for, though? You're not explaining.
As a journalist.
Okay.
And he's like the
John is a journalist, Johnny. Okay?
Yeah.
Go on. You were telling us a story, John.
Yeah. I didn't know who you were talking to. Are you talking to Johnny? Are you calling me Johnny or Johnny Pemberton?
You're John, and this is Johnny Woodard.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we went to Luis Chaparro, the best narco journalist in Latin America. He's a Mexican guy. He reached out to our channel, and he told us that he had contacts in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. And he's the one that's embedded. He's the one that had all of the contacts, and we went through him. We didn't talk to any cartel guys beforehand.
And then you met with the cartel guys. Did they give you their Instagram handles?
I think I took one of their Instagram handles, but they were private, so I didn't follow them back.
All right.
These weren't the kingpins. That we didn't get to meet any bosses. Unfortunately, we just were kind of talking to the bodyguards, some sicarios, sicario means hitman.
Hitman.
You talked to some hitmen?
Of course. Most of those guys had bodies on them already.
And they're cool with talking to just anybody? They're fine with that?
Not just anybody, the whitest human being on planet Earth.
Yeah, dude, and I got a mullet. I'm rocking mullet now.
Oh, he's rocking mullet now.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Well, Sam, first of all, you told me I had to be more relatable and do Target jokes about Target, okay?
You're turning into Mitzi Shore, you know that, right?
Coming from a guy that literally talks
No. What I'm telling Johnny, John, excuse me, not Johnny, but you can apply this to Johnny as well, okay? We'll call you Big John, and this is Little John.
That's what I actually grew up as.
You're
'cause my
Little
dad was
Johnny.
on-
This is Big John because he's 6'8", and he's smug as fuck. Okay, on the shows he's up there going, just trying to press it with them all the time. He's like John McEnroe playing at the front of the net the whole damn time. He's like, let me see how I can drop some N bombs. I'll talk about trans I'm banging. Nothing relatable. So then he brings me up, and I'm like, oh, wow, I just walked up into a rape center.
Okay, admittedly, I'm not a good feature. I understand that. I get why a headliner, I get why somebody wouldn't want to follow that.
No. John, you're easy to follow. When the room is quiet, it's easy to walk up, okay? Don't. This is John. John, you're not hard to follow. You need to know that, right? You're not hard to follow, okay? I'm just trying to help you connect with people. So what's really hard to do with Johnny is Big John is when you're walking up the stage and the crowd is leaving as the headliner's walking the stage. That's the tough stuff.
That's not true. That didn't happen.
Okay. Okay, John, I'm joking. You're a very funny guy.
I'm trying to put some sugar on it. So my point is, I cut the mullet. I cut my hair into a mullet. I'm trying to become one of the commoners. That's my point. I'm taking your advice.
I go, John,
You know what I mean?
you gotta get more relatable with people. He took that as grow a mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grow a mullet. I'm talking about banging young chicks. Right?
There you go.
Which I think is relatable.
Johnny, I didn't say you had to. Johnny, I didn't tell you say you had to talk about going to Target. I'm saying normal stuff that everyone goes through.
Right.
Okay,
I told you it's hard because.
John, did I change your life or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Bye. There we go. Okay.
You didn't even let him finish the story about Mexican cartel.
That's
interview.
enough. Okay. That's enough. That's a new segment where I call my friends.
Just hang up on
And I just ambush them.
What should we call that? Just, it can't be by Chad because it's not Chad. Just bye, maybe?
Bye. Yeah,
Bye.
welcome to a new thing called Bye. How long can I talk to you on the phone?
Without getting offended. That's great.
Yeah, okay. So Johnny, time for an update.
Update.
On jiu-jitsu. An update
Krav
on
Maga.
no, on
no, really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Johnny. Yeah, I mean, I talked about on Punch Drunk today, but it looks like Daddy's going to go apply test for his yellow belt. I'm very excited.
Finally. So what are they? So now it's been so long. So it must be they were going to get you in, what, tomorrow, next week, something like that? Real soon, I would assume.
April.
Oh, okay.
Johnny,
Whole month,
you're a real piece of shit.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
How many times have they scheduled this? And
Well, here's the thing, Johnny. You got to get 40 classes in. And like, here's the thing. All of my workouts with my trainer, privates, didn't count towards those numbers. And then just the next time they're testing is in April.
so if you came in there as the most experienced Krav Maga guy from another place,
Yeah.
but you didn't have a belt, they didn't have a belt system at
Yeah,
that school.
yeah.
You couldn't come in there and
No.
just test right away.
No.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's not bullshit.
But
I
what?
get
Why
it.
not just test? And then if you get your belt, good. If not, go back and take
I
the
don't know,
classes.
man.
Asshole.
It's not about belts, John. Okay?
Now you're calling me John.
Yeah, Johnny. It's not about belts.
I got you punishing
Okay,
me.
it's about can I survive?
Taking some letters away. What do you mean by that?
Like in a fight.
Okay.
And the answer is I can.
Well, what if you fight somebody with more experience in Krav Maga?
Well, when you see another Krav Maga person, you're like, oh, we don't have to fight. We understand the way.
this is the way.
The way of
Mandalorian's
violence.
great, by the way. Oh, it's so good.
It is good this year.
It's
Even though Disney, I tried to watch Obi-Wan. I couldn't get past 10 minutes of that chick acting like a tough guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's roll. Let's move on.
Mandalorian though. Oh,
Good.
those guys are gonna take over the whole outfit. I think.
What do you mean?
John Favreau. I think.
Yeah.
There's rumors that they're going to let him be in charge of the whole, replace Kathleen Kennedy, the woman
Oh
that
my
drove it into the ground.
God. Do you think he even returns Vince Vaughn's calls anymore?
I hope it happens.
I hope so, too.
Yeah.
I
So
love Vince
okay.
Vaughn.
So now, are you nervous about the test?
No.
You're not.
There's one move I got to work on.
Do you know what? Is it one of these things like in high school where they tell you the good teacher that would tell you?
Yeah,
what's on the
they
test?
got a list of things you got to know.
Okay, so you know it.
Choke survivals, strikes, choke survivals.
And how did they test that? Is it the instructor or
Yeah.
are you testing with other people?
Yeah,
testing?
they'll have a belt test and all.
But
the
I mean,
students
is it student versus student in these scenarios, or is it student versus teacher?
it will be drills.
Drills. Okay.
Yeah.
So like choke survival, this
Yes,
you and
yeah.
another student will do a drill
Yes,
together.
there's a whole bunch of it's great. I love it. I love
If
Krav Maga.
if you're
Krav
listening,
Maga. Bang.
yeah, he's just doing like weird like he
Choke
curls his
picks,
hands and kind of.
chokes, choke, bang, bang.
You look like a McDojo live video right now.
I know,
honestly.
but
Like,
it's
like-
not. Trust me. It's not.
I should really ask him to review.
We've already
review
talked
the
to
footage.
everybody. Listen, here's the thing about Krav Maga that the internet doesn't like. Because they always take it as the extreme moves, and they're like, how's that going to happen? Right? And
Give me an example. What's an extreme?
taking
Krav
a
Maga?
gun away from somebody, right? They're like, dude, you're just going to get shot. Yeah, guess what? You were going to get shot anyways. These are basically learning Hail Mary passes. Like, this is your shot. If somebody comes after you, this is your shot. And how do you do it?
Also, if somebody's gotten close to you with a gun, they're an idiot anyway.
Yeah. So the whole thing with any of that is like, first thing is run, get out of there. That's rule number one. And if you have to do this, these are basic, like they use a lot of boxing, a lot of Muay Thai, a lot of elbows, all that stuff. It's basic.
How much of it is kicking people in the nuts?
A lot of it.
I would imagine.
And it's great.
I would imagine that's a big one.
Because nobody else trains for that.
Do you ever train? Because in this day and age where we want to give equal time to women, do you ever train to disable a woman?
Oh, well, Johnny, I've told you in jiu-jitsu, I'm just learning to fight women, children, and midgets. That's really what I'm there for.
But how do you can't go for the sack when it's, and what about when you have someone of undetermined gender?
Well, you just kick
and you
there
don't
and
know
hope
if they
to
have
pray.
the sack. Yeah.
And even if they don't have sack there, a kick there's going to hurt.
No, it's not the same though, is it?
Yeah.
It's not that soul
And
crushing
that's not
pain.
the same scare, but it's still a hit.
Not scrambling the eggs.
But
on the
also,
same-
if you just want to hit women in their chi-chis, that seems to hurt them too.
hit them in
They
the
get very
tatas,
mad. Hit them in the tatas. Hit them in the tatas. So
You're not nervous though. You got it. You think you got it.
the only thing
covered.
I got to work on is this getting off the. And it's so funny because I'm studying jujitsu too. And the cool thing is, I'll go to jujitsu and I'll use Krav Maga techniques in jujitsu,
Oh,
and
how's
they
that work?
And it works.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like the arm how you escape somebody grabbing your arm.
Uh-huh.
And the key is, like, if someone comes here and grab, this is the weak point, right? So let's say somebody grabs me right here,
Yeah.
right? Like that.
Someone's grabbing by the wrist.
right? You want to go in and out
Toward you or toward them?
You want to basically bring your hand up through this part right here.
Where the fingers are
that's the
clenching
weakness.
together.
So bang, like that. And I'll be in guards with people and they'll grab my wrist and I'll be like, let me try. I'm like, oh, it worked.
That's gotta be exciting.
I think it's great because
cool,
everybody goes, how are you going to use that in a fight?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it just fucking worked.
That's why jiu-jitsu is good, right? Because you can kind of try those things out.
Jiu-jitsu's great because one, it's like, and Eddie says this all the time, it's the only martial arts where you can go full force when you're training. But you have to be prepared for other things, right? But so I big news, Johnny. It's so funny. So I'm at this great school. I'm loving it. I'm really loving jiu-jitsu. Like I really love doing it, and I want to do it more.
How many classes have you been to?
I go to 2 a week. This week's been hard because of Comedy Chaos last night. So I couldn't, but I usually do Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm going to start taking private. So one private, so I can learn something.
Wait, okay. So 2 classes a week, private, and then Krav Maga.
And Krav Maga.
How many Krav Maga classes are
3.
you going a week? 3 a week.
Yeah, this is my hobby.
So you're going to 6 classes a week?
Yeah,
Possibly.
I love it.
6 days a week, 6 separate days, or
Some
multiples?
some days will be double.
That's unbelievable.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
You're going to be a killer, dude.
I just want to survive, bro. That's all I want to do, dude. So Johnny, as you know, I started off there throwing me in with the big guys.
In jiu-jitsu, yeah.
In jiu-jitsu, I'm getting annihilated. So you know what I said? Enough of this. I'm only wrestling with emos now.
Are you telling anybody this, or are you just picking out the emails?
Yeah, I'm be like, who's got the frosted tips in the class, right? And I find the frosted tip. There's a Mexican with frosted tips.
Has that been a good strategy for you?
No, they murder me, and they go even harder. They're even nastier. They're so angry, these little jiu-jitsu emos. They're like little chimpanzees, and they're on ya, and they're just like cranking necks. Like, I'm like, who hurt you?
You got to be tough to.
What happened
be
at
an emo.
Target today that you're so angry, you little Mexican emo? I'm
You gotta
sorry,
be
did somebody ask you for paper and you only have plastic? What's going on? And this guy just cranking my neck, and I'm tap, 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 tap.
You got to respect the tap.
I'll tap if the wind changes. I don't care. I'm not here to be a tough guy. I'm here to survive, bro. I'll tap anything. I don't even care. So then I get to this one guy. There's this pasty white blonde guy there, and he's hanging out and he's stretching, and just it works that we're next to each other, and we're like, hey, you want to work together? I go, I just so you know, I'm just starting, and I just hear him go, oh.
Oh no.
And I'm like, okay, I get. I go, how long
that
you been
sucks,
doing it? He
though.
goes, well, I'm new to no-gi. I've been doing it for 13 years.
Oh no.
Right? I'm like, okay.
That's a miserable feeling though
Yeah.
for somebody to be like, oh.
Okay, but I got it. I mean, you're here to challenge yourself. Dude.
I know, but that's a shitty attitude.
So we had a new teacher. No, I don't want you to think that at all. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, but that just makes you feel bad though.
Doesn't make
and
me
that's not
feel
cool.
bad. I don't care, bro. I'm on my own journey, dude. You deal with your stuff. I'll deal with my stuff.
How'd it go?
Oh, he just lit me up, dog. I mean, he just lit me up.
Have you tabbed anybody else since the other day?
No, but Johnny, I'm telling you, bro, I took on this really thick guy who's muscular, dude, and I got his back. And I've got a couple people's backs. I just don't know what to do. That's why I need privates.
You started trying to have sex with them, and it,
Johnny,
like,
are you
ruined the
gonna
whole
do
thing.
like homoerotic jokes about
Absolutely.
jiu-jitsu? Is this what you're gonna do?
Absolutely.
This is a
If you're going to be talking about taking backs, I'm going to be talking about that.
Johnny. It's a move. It's a position.
I know what it means.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about your instinct, your years of sexual prowess.
Of
kicked
speed?
in. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a second nature for you at this point. So
Maybe.
when you get to take somebody's back, you're thinking insertion right
No,
away.
no, I'm not.
And you got to
Johnny.
break that cycle.
I do not think anything when I'm doing jiu-jitsu. I think, oh my God, am I going to tap somebody? And it's just like,
No.
I couldn't, I just don't know what to do. Like the last time, it's like, my instructor's like, you don't want to have your feet like that. And before I knew it, bam, he had my feet locked up. I'm like, damn. So I just want to start with simple jiu-jitsu moves.
Are you watching a lot on YouTube and stuff?
Dude, I
Like,
love
trying
it, bro. I'm like, okay. So it's like I feel bad because I'm like, okay, so I rolled more than ever the last time. I did 3 rolls. Lately, I first couple times I did 2 rolls.
How's your body responding?
Dude, it is. I'm like, ah.
Oh, really?
It's the best feeling though, dude. You feel a hum on your body. It is a great feeling. It is
Yeah, I
great.
wonder if that's like runner's high because I don't get that.
So if you're somebody listening to this and you think, okay, jujitsu, I'm not limber, all this stuff, dude, that's me. I thought I couldn't do it. I'm doing everything. Just start simple, and it's just, listen, man, you don't have to have a destination. You just go and have a good time, and that's all I can say. That's all I want to say. I had a great time doing it. I had a great time, except for when I'm getting choked out by tiny Mexican emos who are just angry at me. And then afterwards, like, oh, hey, man, you got to you just try to get in here, man, and like pull it down. Put it down. I'm like, you should have told me that before you tapped me 5 times in a row. Choking me out, cranking it, dog. Just cranking it.
Is there any part of you that it kind of reminds you of your early days in comedy, just taking beatings?
Yeah.
Is it kind of starting
That's
at the
just how
bottom?
it goes. And I just like, so it's so funny, man. I'm wrestling. I'm rolling with this guy. He's 13 years in, dude, and I feel like a rat in a snake cage. I mean, dude could just sit on me, spin around, bang there, bam there. I mean, like, dude, just using me kind of like.
Are you getting anything out of that?
Yeah. Well, and the funniest thing about this, Johnny, and I've always had this, and it got me in trouble with teachers, but when I start to feel pain or I get really uncomfortable, I start laughing.
What? What? So what? You're just giggling and he's like tapping
So
you.
he's like, took me, I start laughing. I'm like, okay. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, you're hurting me. And I'm laughing the whole time.
I think I do that too, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. That's how I feel every time. Hey guys, I want to tell you about our new sponsor, Mr. Ballin. Listen, the teen solo hiker was terrorized for days by an unknown figure dressed in white. 2 cops who quit their jobs at a local theater because of an unexplained encounter with an alleged demon. An isolated forest in Canada where people keep turning up headless. These are just some of the strange, dark, and mysterious stories you'll hear each week on Mr. Ballin Podcast.
In each episode, Mr. Ballin shares real-life haunting accounts, like the case of Haley Zaga, who disappeared from a hiking trail for 51 hours. When search and rescuers finally found her and asked how she survived, she simply said a friend helped her. She described this friend, 4 years old, black hair, brown eyes. This friend was initially dismissed until they realized the girl had gone missing in that exact spot 23 years earlier and was never found. She was 4 years old. She had black hair and brown eyes.
Yeah. So, I used to watch Mr. Ballin all the time when my babies were born. I'd be take care of the babies and we would watch his stories. He's a great storyteller. I really enjoy. So here's what's going on. Prime members, okay, listen to Amazon Music exclusive podcast, Mr. Ballin podcast, strange, dark, and mysterious stories in the Amazon Music app. Download the app today. Okay. Johnny, is there anything you want to talk about?
This Fox News did this.
Listen, man, I've talked about this on every podcast, and it is the greatest comedy I've ever seen in my life. It is so
It'd be
funny.
the best thing SNL's ever done.
Dude,
maybe.
SNL has to watch this going, we will never reach. I remember when I introduced my friend Wayne Isham, shout out Wayne Isham, to Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And he's watching it, laughing his ass off. He turns to me and goes, does it upset you that you'll never be this funny? I go, Jesus, dude. But I watch this, I get this, I go, this is the funniest thing.
I can't believe it's real. I spent 10 minutes trying to debunk this after. I was like, this cannot be real.
This is the best video ever.
Fox sent a documentary crew out to interview the two guys who were paid to rough up Jussie Smollett. That's all you need to know. Here's what happened.
This is where we waited for Jussie to come before we attacked them. So we got here with 10 minutes to spare, and we had to plan our escape route to survey the...
To describe these men, one of them is in a skin-tight turtleneck. He is yoked. He's muscle-bound, though.
Jacked.
He skips leg day, clearly, and he's muscle-bound
so
up
right.
top.
And by the way, he
can
looks
barely
like
move his
every
arms.
guy that like European white women go to Jamaica to make love to,
Yeah, totally.
right?
Totally.
Right?
And then the other guy looks like the black friend in every sitcom about Chicago. That's what he looks like, the cool black friend.
Yeah.
plan. His building is actually
This is the cool
right
black friend
here, right above the stairs that we're going to attack him at. We made sure we got there
By
at
the way,
2
stop.
a.m. Sharp.
Stop.
On the dot. On the dot.
I think the guy in the blue has a nose ring, which makes him shadier, even more shady, on his right nostril.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Dude, makes you, dudes with nose rings, like positions different, but here is bad. You know where's worse? When guys had the bowl.
septum, yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
That's the shadiest.
Somebody called in about that. Actually.
Anybody that has that is into weird butt stuff. We've established that.
Yeah.
Can we make that an official rule here on Broken Simulation? Anytime we see somebody with a septum, they're into butt stuff.
Somebody actually, I got a few. Somebody called in and said that men that have that are actually into taking it.
In the
then
butt.
a woman messaged me and said that you're right, Sam. Women that have that like it in the butt.
Yeah, I think it's a sign of you're into butt stuff. So he's got one on his nose. Now, it's not the septum, it's side, so...
Yeah, it is the right nostril.
Okay, go on.
We had no phones because he did not want us to bring any phones. He said, so we don't lose them. I don't know if that's really the reason, but you can deduce your own reason. So 2 a.m., he was nowhere to be found. He was not there. So we were like, damn, what do we do?
Can you stop
we didn't
it?
have no...
So what's really interesting is their dynamic. He must be the talker.
They're
of the
Penn
group.
and Teller. Yeah, that's what they are.
And he is just...
The hype man.
He's the one that gets the girls drooling, and he's the comedy guy that gets them laughing.
Yeah, he's Penn Jillette. He's Teller.
So what happens is they'll meet women, right? And... which one do you think gets the pick? So me and a famous comedian back when he was, and this comic is humongous, but back before he was huge.
Just
me and
name him. Just name him.
No, I'm not going to. He's
Okay.
married. I don't want to. I don't want him
okay.
to. I'm not doing that.
Boring.
But we would go out, and this is before he even met his wife. Way before.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, but I don't want to put it out.
Okay.
But it's a funny story because we would go out and we would gig together, and then we would meet women, and they would always have to be two of them. One was really attractive, one was okay attractive, and we would allow them to pick which one the attractive one wanted. And then the other one would agree to jump on the grenade. Okay? That's how it went.
I went on a date with two girls in high school, and I had to pick one. That was a thing that happened one time.
You went on one date with two girls, and at the end it was like you did.
Who I was gonna
What
date,
do you want?
yeah.
A limit date?
It was great. Yeah, it was wonderful. I picked the wrong one too. I picked the lesbian.
Every time, bro.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. I made a
That's why
mistake.
it's so hard. You know, it's just hard. So
yeah, and the guy with the yoked guy with the turtleneck has his arms kind of crossed in that, like, you know, I'm restraining myself from beating your ass kind of pose. He's
like,
clearly a tough guy.
He looks like he does security for people, right?
That's it, for sure.
I do security. Obviously, that's where Samole met him.
Way of contacting him. He had no way of contacting us. So we waited here for about, what, 4 minutes?
It was about 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
But it
You
felt
thought they
like
was waiting forever.
Because it was cold as balls. So I saw him out the corner of my
Stop
eye.
it.
And I was
Stop
like,
it.
okay, that's him.
Stop.
Let's go.
Stop it.
That's on bingo, by the way.
By the
Stop it.
way, balls aren't cold.
Well, they are colder than the rest of your body, though, because
Really?
that's why they sag down. Most people's, I know yours don't. They sag down because they're meant to be colder than the rest of your body. That is true. So there's some truth to what they said there.
Okay. I just think balls are warm.
Yeah, but they're not warmer than the rest. They're actually colder than the
Yeah,
rest
but
of
they're
your body.
still warm.
But they're something about the conditions for sperm or something. They need to be
Like
colder.
if they said cold as feet, I'd be like, okay, I get that. Because your
Yeah,
balls are
poor
warmer than your
circulation.
feet.
Testicles are about 2 degrees Celsius lower in temperature than the rest of your body. Cooler temperatures are better for making sperm, a process called spermatogenesis. In each of the testes, the process happens in tubes called seminiferous tubules, and there are a surprising number of tubes in each testicle, about 700. So there you go.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. So let's get back to
Let's
these
get-
gentlemen.
Yeah. This is the best.
We gotta go get this Empire fat. Yeah, that's him.
Start it
That's
again.
him. Is that him?
Start it
That's
again.
that.
So they're about to start reenacting what they did that
Yeah.
night.
This is the greatest comedy. What you're about to see
And how this
should
guy
be-
walks.
should be included. I'm not even kidding. Into when Laurel and Hardy did "Who's on First, What's
Yeah.
on Second," right? When Ghostbusters, when Bill Murray busts into the office, talk about cats and dogs,
Martin and
making
Lewis. It's
love.
up there with Martin and Lewis, the two-man acts. I mean, the Smothers Brothers.
the comedy, the Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, the whatever brothers, when he's like asking you
Smothers
to,
Brothers, yeah.
no, when he's asked you to wash his grandma, that's
Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Okay,
now.
I'm not kidding you. What we're about to see is pure
Classic two-man stuff.
comedy genius.
And watch how the guy in the turtleneck walks
Okay, this is the
Watch
best.
him
So they're
closely.
reenacting what they were doing.
that night.
Okay, so they see Smollett or what
Jussie Smollett.
Smollett. They see Smollett, and now they're going to act out
What
their
happened? Yeah.
That's him. Let's go. We gotta go get this Empire fat. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Is that him?
That's that neck.
Is that Nick?
Get that neck.
Oh, he's moving fast. Come on, let's get him.
Get that neck.
Let's get him. As we crossed the street, we said hey to get his attention.
Hey, Nick.
Hey! He turned around, looked at us, and that's when we
music.
started yelling the famous slurs he wanted us to yell. Hey!
Aren't you that Empire?
Empire fat Nick! It's MAGA country! And then he said, "What did you say to me?" And then that's when I threw the first punch at him. I held the blow because I didn't want to hurt him, of course. So I made it look real, but I held it. Then we started tussling, moving around, and then I threw him to the ground. He wanted it to look like he fought back. That was very important for him because he said, hey, don't just beat my ass, make it look like I'm fighting back and whatnot. So we did that, and then I threw him to the ground, and after I threw him to the ground, he had no bruise. I wanted it to look more real. So then I threw him to the ground. After I threw him to the ground, I used my knuckle and gave him a noogie. So I went like this.
This is gold.
Why did I do that? To give him a scar, to give him a mark, to make it look real, like he really did get his ass beat. After I did that, I fake kicked him. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention.
That's where I came around with the bleach, the infamous bleach in the hot sauce bottle, poured it on his shirt. Then I finally put the rope around his face. I did not put it around his neck. I just placed it on his face, and that's when we took off.
That guy can't even run.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen. First of all,
It's so
Johnny, let's say you didn't even know the color of these guys. Let's just say they never showed us. How can you tell that they're black?
Without looking at them, you mean?
Yeah.
I could probably tell by their voice.
No, by the amount of M-words they've...
There's
There's no white guy in the last 100 years that have ever said the N-word that many times.
Not like that either.
Never. I mean, just...
Well, no, too. Was his idea that people would think this was white people? I can't remember. Did he want them to think that was white people doing it?
It's so weird because he's reenacting it. They're acting out at a time when he assumes no one's going to be out there.
But saying stuff. Yeah. Why would you say
But maybe
stuff?
people might hear it.
I guess, yeah. Because if they saw him, then they would say it was black people.
Two shredded black guys running off.
Yeah. Maybe he wanted it to seem more like a sex, like a gender crime, but based on his orientation.
Now, my question is, did they say they were wearing masks?
I don't think they were.
They were just wearing MAGA hats?
I think so, yeah. Doesn't really matter, though.
I mean,
right?
It's so funny how dumb these people are. Like,
those guys might be geniuses. Comedy
these guys
geniuses.
are geniuses because I think they each got paid like $1,500. And now they made more money for this.
Oh, for sure.
Well, they gotta be probably making each.
We should try to get them on Broken Sin.
Oh, I'd love that, bro. I'd love to introduce like one of the greatest comedy duos of all time.
We should look into that. I bet we could get those guys on.
How long till they're on Kill Tony?
Dude, I'd watch that, man.
I would totally watch that, dude.
Just get them to do that
the
again.
best, bro. They're the perfect combo, bro. Big and silent, dude who talks smack.
It's a wonderful world we live in when that got made. Honestly,
okay. So let's do another video. I sent you another video I wanted you to talk about, the Popeyes chicken.
Oh right. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, why are you looking it up? Hey guys, when does this come out? Friday?
Yes.
Hey guys, tonight I'm going to be at Colin Terrell's St. Patty's Day show in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store. Big news, April. Let me go to samtripoli.com real quick.
All right, I got a story.
Okay, March 24th, I'm in Yuma, Arizona. We have one show there. They're hopefully going to have another show. And then April 11th, I have two shows in the Belly Room. We're back on Tuesdays. We're blowing up Tuesdays. April 11th, Comedy Chaos, two shows. And April 13th, 14th, and 15th, I am in Toronto, Canada. Grab your tickets. And then San Diego's coming up. Dallas coming up. Whole bunch of shows. Grab them now. No.
All right, so you got a video here that Sam sent me.
Okay, this is the funniest thing ever. So, as you know, there was a video before about It's Ma'am. Have you seen that video where the
rated on from 1 to Jussie Smollett reenactment? How funny is this?
It's not the same fun. There's nothing we'll touch that reenactment. But this is bizarro for so many reasons. Okay, and it's basically where trans women get upset that people don't dress them as women.
Okay.
So here's how it goes. Here, let's hear it.
This is what I complain about all the time. Look, what's his name? What's your name?
My name's
Alex?
Tommy.
Yeah, your name's Alex, and I'm gonna be talking to your manager. This guy called me sir. I get this happens every day. Everywhere I go, I get called sir. I'm so tired. Why would you call a chick big ass? Why would you call?
I didn't say
No, stop trying to gaslight trans people and tell us that we're crazy.
Gaslighting. Oh.
Stop.
So
You
tired
guys
of
see the
gaslighting.
video where she shows her titties. Like, she doesn't pull them out, but she's like, I love her argument is like, why would you call someone sir
with these big ass titties?
And they're not that big of titties. And like, hey, I hate to tell you, I got big titties. And I get called sir all the time. And I agree, it sucks. When someone calls you sir, that means you're old. But I understand, like, yeah, I got big titties, and I get called sir all the time. It's just crazy.
Did you call me sir again? What was that? You said goodnight, sir? This is transphobic harassment. You're a bigot at work. All right, Alex, you know what? I can't wait to this. It's a slur. Do you not understand?
I never said sir.
It's like if you call the person of color the N-word. Don't
Sir,
You did. Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, gay people love to commandeer words. Like, they just keep adding words that are their N-word. Right? They had one. Now he just said, sir, is like calling a trans person the N-word. It's just like, it just never stops.
That's the thing about the N-word. There's only one.
There's one N-word.
Yeah.
And I do understand why the gays hate the F word. I understand that because they got their shit kicked out of them and they were called that. I understand that. Now, full disclosure, I only call people I love the F word.
Yeah.
That's
me too.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I don't call the F word?
Actual F words.
Actual gays, Johnny.
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, actual gays, Johnny. Okay, I don't call my gay friends the F word. I call all my straight friends the F word because it's a term of endearment for me. Just like I like to be called the N word in bed. It gets me hard.
Right to be pissed about it.
I never said sir.
You did.
I said I'll lock the door.
You did, you liar. Cis people need to be held accountable for how they treat trans people. And I'm not going to put up with this anymore.
You're crazy, bro.
You're a
Okay, he did it that time. He did it that time.
Right. He's like totally right. And at this point, White Rabbit here is not putting up with the trans person.
But he leaned into it there.
And
You're crazy,
guess what, bro? You're at Popeyes.
Yeah,
You're at Popeyes.
Yeah.
Popeyes chicken ain't playing around.
No.
Popeyes chicken ain't gonna sit there while you get in their face. The Popeyes chicken will jump over and beat you.
Stop throwing slurs at me, you piece of
Okay.
No,
Stop.
you.
Slurs. That's amazing.
Stop. You're yelling slurs while yelling slurs at people. Like, you can't do that. You can't be like, hey, don't call me names, and I call you a bunch of names.
What is it? What do you think you're accomplishing with this? I mean, look who's it's the Daily Caller that's put it out. So it's obviously right-wing people using this.
Yeah.
You're not accomplishing what you think you are.
Even in the original one, it's ma'am, because he called this giant trans sir, and he lost it. And it's like, these are teachable moments, even though this is ridiculous.
This is not how you teach
it's like,
them, though.
Move on with your life.
I ain't your sis, I ain't your bro. You don't even know me. Don't call me sir. This is transphobia. Right here at the Popeyes. Yeah, you ever heard the last of me, motherfucker.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys?
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was just general.
Right beforehand, you said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a sir.
So here's the problem with this, right?
You don't get to be sir when you want to beat people's ass. That's not fair.
Yeah. So here's what's happening. He's threatening him with violence. Let's say this guy's loco, right? Let's say he's one of those Mexican emos that ain't messing around, right? And comes out and starts beating that guy's ass. That guy or that woman will sit there and go, "Oh, I'm being picked on. You're doing violence against the trans community." I don't know what's going on here. It's crazy town. You don't want equality. You want special treatment.
It's beyond special treatment. I mean, it's like they want people who've been trained to respond to people who look a certain way their entire lives.
Right.
With like
You
the
look like you're in
flip of a switch change their behavior. It's impossible.
It's just ridiculous. Keep going.
Just kicking over shit in the store now.
I need your corporate number because I'm going to call them and talk about how it's misgendered several times in this.
I'm going to talk to them how's misgendered. Call me ma'am. It's ma'am.
And it's so ridiculous because corporate is going to take this so serious.
Well, here's how that phone call is going to go. Bring, bring. Yeah, hi, I got a complaint. No, here's how it goes.
Come on,
here's how it goes. I got a complaint. Sir, could you just calm down a second? Sir, what the fuck?
Yeah,
ma'am, it's ma'am. Can I talk to your boss? Well, no, this is the complaint line right here.
You walk around in yoga shorts. You look like you're Poison from the band Poison today. Not back when they look like hot chicks, but today.
Yeah, today. Yeah, for sure. That's the one thing about trans that's difficult being a male to female is that when you age like a man. and you start to look like the hairline recedes.
yeah.
It's really hard going that way.
Yeah,
the other way is a little bit easier.
The problem isn't like the Blair Whites of the world that look like hot chicks. It's the ones who look like dudes in haunted wigs.
Transgender
Haunted wigs.
is about the bravest thing you can do. Did she deserve the award?
65?
Yes.
Why are we mainstreaming delusion?
It's not delusion.
Why would you call it delusion?
Because Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, I'll call him Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's
her. You're not being polite.
This is like when Japan has to root for Godzilla when it's fighting King Kong. You're like, I don't really like anybody here, but I'm going to have to side with Ben Shapiro, who's the worst person ever when battling even a more worse person. Like listen to what that woman just said. The bravest thing you can do is transition. Think about where you're coming from there. Where you're coming from. Like when somebody invades your country and you have to be like, either I got to stop this, and you lay your life on the line. That's bravery.
You dive in the water to save a drowning person.
Yeah, when maybe you can't even swim.
Yeah, something like that. That's what happened to my great uncle. Died saving his daughter. He had an injury to his head and he couldn't swim as a child, and he saved her life. He died at in his 20s, saving her from a drowning situation.
Oh
he drowned.
my God!
Yeah, my grandfather used to tell the story all the time. He's buried on our property, but. I mean that's bravery.
That is bravery.
Not changing your wardrobe and your wig.
My great uncle, who my father's named after and I am named after, Sam Tripoli, died at 19 years old in World War II.
Oh, it's brutal.
That's
bravery.
bravery.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing, man.
That's bravery. Wearing dresses and makeup isn't bravery.
No.
Okay. And
in this day and age where they're catered to left and I mean everywhere.
There's nothing brave about it. It's and that's just the whole thing. It's I don't know, man. It's just I don't want war. I don't want world war. I don't want anything to happen in this country, but people are going to get a real reality check if we enter some very nasty times. And this shit isn't going to be put up with.
No.
And it's just live your life. Live your life. Live on your own. This guy called you sir. Who cares?
You got to watch Altered Carbon, by the way. Talking about
So
how
let me ask you something, Johnny.
That show.
I'm going to, for 1 second, be on the trans persons.
Go on.
You're at a gas station.
Okay. Doesn't happen to have electric car.
Okay. Let's just say you go to the gas station and you want gas. You give them a card and they go, cash or credit, bitch. What's your reaction?
I'd probably start laughing. What is your problem?
I would too.
Why would you call me a bitch?
I would do. What?
That's so funny.
Cash or credit, bitch. I'm like, is this? I would literally go. Are we doing a hidden camera thing right now? Are you doing hidden camera with me right now?
I mean, now there are some people you can call a bitch and they will tune you up right quick. I mean, right quick.
So the question is that the same thing?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all.
Okay.
No, because the people doing that, most of them have no malice. Like that person did the ma'am thing. That guy had no intent there when he called them guys or whatever.
I agree, dude.
There's no. Let's see what Ben Shapiro.
Because
disrespect.
Okay, forget about the disrespect. Facts don't care about your feelings. It turns out that every chromosome,
every chromosome.
He is the
Caitlyn Jenner's body is male with the exception of some of.
Hangout. There's no more limited hangout than Ben Shapiro.
What do you mean I'm a limited hangout? That doesn't make any sense.
He's a limited hangout. His job is
I'm just here to defend Israel.
Chaos. I mean,
I love Israel.
Yeah, right.
Is sperm cells. It turns out that his brain structure has.
Stop. Just think of everybody on his network. Outside of Gina Carano, who is a wonderful person. But everybody else, they're just there to muck it up, man. Matt Walsh, who I agree with Matt Walsh on a lot of stuff, but dude, he's getting really into this hate shit.
He comes off as cuckoo on some of those issues.
Dude,
man.
and that's done on purpose to radicalize a group of people.
And I think they maybe did it on purpose.
Of course.
But the way they introduced him was very like rational, kind of going
But
against
think
the
about this,
craziness of the
Johnny.
left. And then he starts to get weirder and farther
Well,
out.
Whitlock called him out because he did that "What is a woman?" and he never talked about God. And now his whole stuff is everything he talks about is about God and religion and how you can't be Christian and be cool with gays. But yeah, he does this movie. It mentions none of God or Jesus or any of that stuff.
What do you think about Jason Whitlock?
I think Whitlock's great. I like a lot of stuff he does, and just sometimes I think sometimes when you get into this lane and you start getting these dopamine hits, you start getting traction, you start playing into that a lot.
Yeah, he does.
And listen, dude, there's people I love. They're just a little too anti-trans for me and anti-gay for me because I don't believe that's the answer either.
I just don't care.
It's just like,
don't make me do anything, and I don't care.
Yeah, dude, whatever you do with consenting adults is like I tweet this before. I want cultural Marxism out of my kid's life. I want the government out of my life, and I want religious zealots out of my bedroom. And like whatever you want to do with consenting adults is none of our business. And why do I say that? It's because you're just going to keep losing everybody if you just you start playing to one side or the other. And it's no different that the people saying hate the gays and hate everybody are no different than the people going, we should have gays everywhere.
And I'm telling you, dude, if you're a religious person and you're coming at it from that angle, especially Christianity, you miss the point, because the whole religion is based on this idea that you get to make a choice that if you go by the Bible, the consequence of making the wrong decision is eternal damnation. And they let you make that choice. That's the whole point of the religion.
Yeah, that's my
and
whole thing.
You want to go force your view on people? That doesn't make any sense. Let them make their own choices.
I relate to Christianity. I relate to
Make your choices.
Buddhism.
Live with the consequences.
There's things I like about all that. I'm really cool with Islam. I'm cool with Judaism. I'm cool with all the religions. And you should do whatever you want. But
I'm not cool with all of them. But
what one are you not cool with?
I'm not cool with certain sects of certain religions. I'll say that because some of them have
Of
some
course,
pretty
the
radical
extremes,
ideas.
yeah, of course. But even that's somewhat contrived, right? Like they're weaponized, these groups of people funded by people to cause chaos and cause fights. I mean, like almost everybody on the Daily Wire is a lightning rod of controversy, right? And they're always doing this extreme stuff. And then you see the people they don't go after, and you go, oh, why you got this blind spot? Oh, it's because that's who's paying you. And you're just there. That's what limited hangouts do.
It's funny how that lines up so often.
They step in and they basically hijack the movement to a certain way.
Totally, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
And it's like I don't care what consenting adults do. I really don't. And I'm also studying enough religion to know that these organized religions have a real invisible hand in them, and that they operate in certain ways to get everybody to think certain ways, to act certain ways, and then those ways tend to bump heads with other ways. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, totally. Yeah.
So to each their own. I love Christians. Like I won't watch anything on Netflix that shits on Christians. I won't do it. Because I know Netflix won't show anything that shits on Jews or shits on Muslims. I won't do it. So why are you allowed to go after one religion on the other? Most Christians I know are great people. And most of them are just like, you live your life, I live my life. I don't want that. I'm not going to do that in my life, but I'm also not going to tell you how to do your life. And there's this whole group of these extremists in the Christian right who look at these Islamic countries, look at what they got. They have low crime. And they also behead people and they throw gays off of buildings and they have slavery and they have a lot of stuff that I don't think is good.
Those are the aspects of religion that I was kind of referencing that I don't agree with. Yeah.
But I have no problems with Islam. I think it's been there's again, like most religions, there's certain sects that are well funded to cause chaos.
Yeah, and there are certain
I used
beliefs
to do
that
tours
are
with the Axis of Evil comedy. Those Muslims are great. Christians are great. They're all great. I'm just so worried about losing our. Oh, by the way, I had another hot. In Minnesota, this really hot cleaning lady And she wanted to have sex in front of me and everybody in the show with her husband, and her husband wouldn't do it.
In front of everybody in the show?
Yeah, everybody performed.
Just go back to the room and what?
She was just like ready to bang, and he wouldn't do it.
Can you imagine?
She was hot too.
Wonder what kind of conversation they had when they got. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, she's like, "But dude, it's like normally $1,000. We were gonna get it for free. I'm giving out scholarships to everybody."
First of all, this is my thing.
No, I started it.
No, it was your idea.
Yeah,
but
thank
you
you.
said, Johnny, I got this thing. Actually, I'm not even sure if it was your idea.
It was
honestly.
my idea, Johnny, because it's my thing.
And then you added yourself later.
Yeah,
much
well,
later.
because I thought maybe
so you can't give out a scholarship unless I'm there. First of all, that's
Johnny,
the rule.
I will promise you, I will not do it.
This video came out of Occupy Crimea today, and this scares the shit out of me. Maybe it's designed to scare the shit out of me. Did you see this video? This is out of Russian occupied Crimea today. This is what they're doing with the kids in the school. Look at this. They got kids learning how to rapidly assemble and disassemble their rifles, their battle rifles, which is just like, I mean, what are they preparing for? Look, they're doing formations. They're super militarized, which I'm totally fine about gun education, but that's not what this is. They're getting ready for hand-to-hand combat, and
dude, they're doing Y karate right there, bro.
What do you think about this? Does this concern you at
Well,
all?
I mean, we've seen this video with Japan too. I mean, with China. I think
the whole place is a mess.
I think America, if push comes to shove, will shift very quickly into curb stomping, and you're gonna, dude.
Oh, XG, by the way, did you see XG take one of your classic bits for his own purposes on Twitter about the drone thing? You know how you have that bit about...
yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Did you see this? Look.
Yeah.
XG tweets out, wonder how the drone's family is feeling. That's like one of the classic things that you say all the time.
No, go to XG's Instagram.
Okay.
You have to watch XG's. You have to watch XG's.
This?
Yeah, watch him because he's laughing before anything happens.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it, listen.
Right there, dog. That fool was never in Japan, homie. Look, he's all the way in the fucking back, dog.
I don't-
That fool in
is
the back
he-
right there with the Edgar haircut.
Well, one, I thought you said, Sam, that you couldn't talk during these because he's
I
talking.
don't know. That might
and
be
I've
on
seen
TikTok.
other people talk. Oh, well, it doesn't have the TikTok.
Oh, I
stuff
guess
on it.
maybe I can talk, and I didn't know that.
He's on homie doing Edgar activities. Fool was never in Japan, dog.
You're right. No, he does start it laughing.
That's something he's gonna do, dog. Back in his reggaetonero days, dog.
Look.
That's fucking Ezo right there, dog. That fool was never in Japan, homie. Look, he's all the way in the fucking back, dog. That fool in the back.
I don't.
right
It's
there
so
with
hard to. I don't know. What he's talking
So what
about.
he's saying is he's making fun of E-Zone.
That
That his
guy look like him?
co-host from We Don't Smoke the Same was never in.
What is this? But yeah. So what did you think about the drone thing? That's kind of right up your alley.
Yeah, that was my joke.
They want to. Yeah, he did your joke.
That's fine.
But so the story was that these Russian fighters intercepted a unmanned drone, which I guess that's redundant, an unmanned aerial vehicle.
Yeah.
That was meant for reconnaissance over what was it, the Black Sea, right?
Right.
And they were doing like hijinks to it. They were like dumping fuel on it. Did you see this? They were like flying over the top of it and just like dumping fuel on it.
Yeah,
and just kind of crowding it. One of the guys bumped into it apparently, and then it ended up crashing.
First of all, I don't believe any of this.
You don't believe any of it?
Well, even if they show me videos, this is all to try to incite war. They're trying their hardest.
Well, see, you say that, but Biden and apparently a lot in the image, they were kind of downplaying it, trying to downplay
Yeah,
it.
but hey man, we don't want anything to do with it. No. I mean, dude, this is like they're still dealing with the Nord Stream pipeline debacle. I just find
it could be trying to get even with that, like trying to even the
by the way,
credit score. I
by
guess.
the way, this is like the whole game plan that Trump did to try to get us in the war with Iran, which is where the drone joke came from.
Yeah.
So I don't buy any of it, and I don't even care.
A lot of response on the tinfoil hat bingo card, by the way.
Oh yeah, everyone loves
a lot
it.
of response. A lot of additions to it too. A lot of people had suggestions for additions. Curious what you think about these. Let's run down the list. Touches the mic to fix it multiple times. That's something that happens a lot. Let me see. Khazaria versus Tartaria. That's true. Limited hangout. That's a big one. Oh, snaps. Somebody else brought up you do a lot of this. Now, a lot of people think that you're snapping at me and mad at me when you do that. But that's I'm not. You hear that? It's agreement. That's Sam. I don't know why he doesn't just say I agree.
This is like...
That's like the old sort of hipster coffee club applause. We live in a haunted house. Laser fireworks. Pew, pew, pew. What's up is really down. Jesus is a shapeshifter. Christian on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Very interesting. 100%.
For sure.
Let me see.
The filament. That was a great one.
Oh, the film. You meant the firmament.
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
I
say it wrong all the time.
I got you. I didn't get what he meant.
Oh, look at this guy. This guy went hard.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, he went hard. He went hard.
Cultural Marxism, nerd dork, psyop, archons, banger.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm all about that action, that's for sure, in my humble opinion.
Nothing but bangers.
Start the video, Johnny. 0.37 seconds later. Okay, stop. That for sure happens. Interesting again. You know what, man? I flunked first grade. The internet got away from them. That's for sure one. Sam screaming Johnny. That's true. Lozenges. That's another one that happens. They never let Rudolph join in on their reindeer games. That's one you say. Okay. That's for sure. Okay. You going okay? Look at that. You just did okay. And he goes, Sam saying okay. That's funny. You beat me to it. No. Johnny, I got to go. And then I do one more story. That's right. This is Sam speaking, not the guest. That's true.
Unbelievable.
I totally agree with everything you just said. Hot futuristic black women. You dropped the hammer of the gods. Now, does this bug you? I was wondering. Does this bug you at all?
What?
This whole, like, people kind of listening to things you say.
No, I mean, I don't know what they want from me because I have a limited...
Because I don't think it's a complaint. It seemed like it bothered you a little, but it's not. They're not complaining.
No, because it makes me... Well, I mean, like, it just says, like, I go to the well on the same shit over and over again.
But that's a lot of different things. It's a lot of different things.
I only have so much space in my hard drive, okay?
For words, yeah.
And I have a limited vocabulary. I flunked first grade, okay? I mean,
that's on the list.
Yeah,
I flunked first grade.
It's on the list, but I can't help it. I'm doing the best I can.
We could have gone on forever. They gave so
Johnny,
many.
can we read some of these?
You want some reviews?
Some reviews.
Sure. Okay. Now, I will say one person left a 3-star review. Not going to read it.
Yeah, hey, guess what, 3-star guy? We don't read your review. Waste of your time.
If you want to go back and change that up to a 5-star review, feel free.
And then we'll hear what bitching you have to do about the free show you're listening to.
It wasn't even a bad review, though. It was a good review. They just gave us 3 stars. I don't know if they don't know how the star system works. Try it again, man. Turbo311, love it. I love the show, guys. Keep up the great work. Dropping the hammer of the gods. Wake the sheep up. Midwest Nader says, show's great. Love the truthfulness. God bless, brothers. This is someone called Raisin Kane 23. Johnny is good too, but this 24-year-old girl loves Sam Tripoli. So
yeah,
Ooh,
bang.
A little young for you, though, huh, buddy?
Nah, not too young.
Chupacabra.
He
Shamona. I enjoy the hot takes from Johnny, who's relatable, young, and ripe, while Sam is the lovable father figure. I wish I could share more, but I gotta go. So.
Okay, share more, but there you go. I'm in. Listen to me. First of all, what I can't stand is when hot chicks call me daddy. Okay, there's only 2 people on the planet get to call me daddy, and those are my daughters. Nobody else.
You call yourself daddy a lot.
Conspiracy daddy.
Well, no, but you say, like, daddy got angry or daddy's got to go. You say...
Daddy's got to go. I can call myself daddy because I am a daddy.
Okay.
Just so you know.
You were doing that before you were a daddy, though.
Yeah, but I am a dad now.
Jim Eaton, 5 stars. Fun Christian cruise ship. I was enjoying my vacation on this great Christian cruise ship until Sam let a bunch of Somali pirates board the ship, although they were hot female pirates. Good thing we had Captain Johnny to bring us back to reality. That this was just a podcast. Sam is like Gopher the comic purser on
I don't
board.
even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
On board the SS Broken Simulator. I don't know what that means either.
I don't even know what that means.
I appreciate the 5 stars, though, Jim Eaton. This is from someone called Yeah, I Did. 5 stars. Brothers from Other Mothers, Sweet Sammy T and Juicy Johnny. I've been listening to the show.
Juicy Johnny is your new name, bro. Juicy Johnny. Screw Jay Nice. Juicy Johnny, bro.
I've been listening to the show since the beginning, and you guys keep me laughing and what the effing all day long. I love the show, the way you guys meander from subject to subject while also chasing rabbit holes and dropping hella jokes in between is what keeps me coming back. I know you got to leave in like 3 minutes, Sam.
I got to leave in 3 minutes.
But Johnny has 2 or 3 more news stories to get through, so hang in there, homie. Much love from Kentucky. Also, Sam, please try to pronounce my last name. Here it is right here. He wants you to pronounce it. Sam, check it out.
Here we go. Bang, bang, pow.
Take a look at that right there.
Okay, where is it?
Right there.
Osucha?
I would guess Osuka. But
Osuka? There's no K.
But the CH sound makes a k sound in some languages.
Okay, all right.
But it might be Osucha.
Osucha.
But I would say Osuka.
If there was a K, I would have gone Osuka. But with CH, I went
in German, that would be Ozuka, I think.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have next? 5 stars from Tater X. Johnny wrangles a crazy person. I love this show. A close second to my favorite show, TFH. I noticed that the automatic ad that plays before today's program was an HIV medication commercial.
Johnny, you got to stop that.
It was probably PrEP, actually. I bet it was PrEP.
Oh, Johnny, can you tell your funny story?
Oh, yeah, okay. So I went to for a physical the other day, and the place I go to is right near where I used to live in West Hollywood. It's just convenient. I could walk there. Most of the staff is gay. Almost all the clientele, I would wager, is gay. I'm in there. The nurse comes into the room to do my blood pressure, and he goes, okay, so are you here for, it looks like you're here for PrEP. Is that right? And I'm like, what? No, that's not me.
Hey, what?
I mean, if you want to do it while you're here, you might as well.
That might be. I like, what if he's just taking his shot?
Well, what I think it is
what if that's their pickup line there on straight? What if he's trying to
really
go
nice to
rough trade?
They're all really nice there. They're
of course,
really nice
Johnny, you're straight,
and the doctor's
quote
a good
unquote
guy.
straight.
But I think what it is that's just such a big percentage of what they do. They're just handing those things out like candy that they just assume everybody's there for PrEP. Okay. Yeah, it was an HIV med commercial. He says that seems appropriate given Sam's dark and shady past.
Oh,
Ooh.
hey, interesting.
The best part of the show is when Johnny trucks along through the news as Sam cries to go home early.
Why do
and rest
people love
his
that so
super
much?
heavy legs? Keep him there longer, Johnny. I love you, Sam. Say what up to XG for me.
No, we will not.
Sullivan just said LOL. That's it.
Thank you, Sullivan.
Stan the GIF man or the GIF man. Bigfoot Theater. Bunch of laughter emojis. Recent sub. You guys rock. 2 thumbs up.
I tried to get Johnny to do Bigfoot Theater today. He didn't want to do it.
Well, I didn't. I just had that quick take that I had to get out. I didn't feel like I had a whole thing. We can't do it every week. We can't go to the well every week.
I can, and I will.
Face.hacker says, best in show. Greetings from Maine. Friggin' love this podcast for all its craziness. I look forward to it each week. I hear on TFH that 1 is done and can't wait for it to come out. Oh, I see. Okay. He hears on TFH that we got a new Broken Sim coming out. He can't wait for it to come out. 5 stars, because anything less would be an insult. Bless you, my brothers.
Thank you. Johnny loves saying that because that's his little plan to get, a quick little let you know.
Well, I mean, you asked me, do I have anything to promote? I'm going to say yes.
Okay, respect.
You should promote your own podcast too. I recommend it.
I do all the time.
I know. Yeah, your whole website's dedicated to promoting shit. 5 stars. Samantha Imes.
Thank you.
I love with Sam Tripoli.
You're in love
in love with Sam Tripoli.
Thank you.
Grabbed my grandma's iPad so I could leave a review. Tinfoil hat drew me in. 0 calms my soul. Broken Sim has me laughing out of control.
Thank you,
God
Mama.
bless all that once had been, are, and yet to be. P.S. I can't seem to find any TFH episodes covering the murder/suicide of Timothy Cunningham. He was the Atlanta CDC and director of virology and an employee of the U.S. Army.
Ooh.
So she wants, that's a request there from Samantha, who's in love with you.
Thank you, Samantha. I love you too.
Dion Akasha says someone needs to add Sam talking about and it just won't let me expand it, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it won't let me do that either.
That's weird.
Makes me sad.
Okay. F. Guez says Tacoma loves Tripoli. I'm the guy who pierced through those Armo eyes and into your soul and said, "I'm proud of you, Sam." And then waited while my brother poured his guts out to Eddie Bravo as we waited to take a pic. And I didn't know what to say, but if you ever need plumbing, I got you. I'm a plumber. Ha ha ha. I'm a licensed plumber. When you buy a place, holla at me. Woodard, stay country, you Backstreet Boy. Love you, Sam. Viva XG.
Oh, Johnny. Speaking of Backstreet Boys, guess who came to the comedy show last night?
One of the Backstreet Boys.
Joey Fat Tone.
Joey Fatone came to, no shit.
Yeah, and then he left after my set. He just said.
At least he didn't come to fight you.
Dana knows him because Dana did their big one where they acted like they were toys. She produced that.
Well, he's not in the Backstreet Boys. That's In Sync.
Oh, was that? What's he in?
No, he is, but you said Backstreet Boys.
Oh, he's in Sync.
Right. Well, yeah.
So
that was No Strings Attached.
Yeah,
album,
he was
right?
in that. He
That's
was in
cool,
that. And and he showed up, and then he just let. Oh, we have an emergency. We have to go. I don't think his girl liked my jokes.
Yeah, the emergency probably was we can't have this dude talking about black trans in front of my girl.
Yeah, that's. I think that's 100% it. Let's go. I mean, it's like, oh, get out of here, fat one. By the way, there couldn't be a better name for the fat one
it's amazing
than the fat one.
That's a broken simulation thing.
It's so great. And I want to meet him.
He's also the nicest one, I think.
I want to meet him.
Yeah.
I really want to meet him, but Fat One walked out, and I'm not happy about it.
Come back, Fat One.
Yeah, everybody was, because he's like Jeff Dye's friend, and he's like, Jeff Dye was running late. So he's like, oh, we got to go. And then, because Tiffany Haddish ran the light 30 minutes at their other show.
Where did he sit, Fat One?
Fat One sat, if I'm on stage, like the first row of like booths over here.
Okay.
And we offered to give him weed because ABX.org, and the Farmer and the Felon. And by the way, our lawn maintenance guy, Jesus, is still waiting to get us the name of his new company as the big sponsor. Broken Simulation, brought to you by Jesus Lawn Maintenance.
Wait, if he's waiting, you can't keep giving him
I
plugs. That's
shout
crazy.
him out, bro.
Sam Haney, 5 stars. Bingo. I love the bingo card game. I thought of a couple more they missed that definitely should have been there 100%, and I failed the first grade, which he just did a few minutes ago.
Thank you, bro.
That's a good one. This is from Redneck Ninja. Jesus, to expel demons. You're so right to pray to Jesus to purify any gifts given to you.
Thank you,
Voodoo
Jesus.
and witchcraft are real, but sweet Jesus Christ dominates all evil scum, and I always pray
Johnny,
to my
I love
quote,
Jesus.
Sweet Jesus Christ. His love and protection are sweeter than honey. Says Redneck
Sweet
Ninja.
Jesus Christ. His love and protection is sweeter than honey. I love Jesus.
C-Mac the Gift says, The Business. Another great podcast from Sam Tripoli.
Thank you.
Triple E is a mad loyal man, and I'm a loyal to the foil fan. I've been rocking since 2011, 2012 with The Naughty Show. Sam Tripoli and Gareth Reynolds are golden together. Now he's found another golden co-host with Johnny from Punch Drunk Sports, and now they're doing their thing. The two of them
I've created
with
a
Broken
monster.
Sam and the Broken.
A monster.
I just laugh because I know how much you don't like it.
What do you mean, Johnny? I'm glad you're doing well, but everyone's
Great
like,
stuff,
Johnny's
guys.
the greatest. I'm like, I'm out here laying my life on the line.
They're doing it because you get wound up about it, though. That's
No,
why
I
if
don't
you didn't
care.
say anything about it,
Johnny, I love
nobody
you.
would do it.
I love you.
I wonder sometimes.
Johnny, I love
you. The maybe LJ Jaws theme is the headline. Dear Diary, today is March 1st, and I was informed leaving a high review would result in being read live on the air. I'm 56 and a half years old, and I've been trying with no avail to get on Coast to Coast AM since my teens. My YouTube channel has been taken down twice now, and I must be shadow banned because I am not receiving the views I would expect from the quantity of uploads I have created. of my commentaries of popular cat videos. I feel my chance to leave a positive impression on the world is slipping each day. If you could read my YouTube channel's domain aloud on the air, I can finally get the recognition I deserve since the glory days. I would appreciate it. God only knows my 2 children need this more than I do, for the ad revenue alone could afford them both. Whiskers 8 and my gray Nibelung Pete 7, I think these are cats, and my gray Tonkinese better kibble, even though it really was not that bad when paired with orange juice. Boy, this is going. But I digress, and March 2nd will be a better day. Sincerely, Dan of Long Island, class of 76, Trump 2024.
Okay,
Yeah,
a lot of numbers
he didn't
there.
say his YouTube channel. That's the problem.
What's your YouTube channel, bro?
Maybe it's commentaries of popular cat videos. Maybe that's it.
Why don't you look it up?
Okay. Boy, my voice is going.
Yeah, we better wrap it up. Wrap
My
it
throat's
up.
starting to hurt. And anytime my throat starts to hurt, it's time for the boys to go home. Mercy. Okay, Crazy Goofer. Thank you all for the reviews, though. Truly, 5 stars. Crazy Goofer, crushing the #1 Christian podcast that's littered with dicks and f-bombs. I love it. I was one of 15 people that saw Sam in San Luis Obispo. Screw that town. Sam killed. Okay, that's it for the reviews. I think.
All right, man. Well, it's been a fun episode tonight.
Now we got to do the news.
Okay.
We're not even at 2 hours.
We're close.
We're about 10 minutes from 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. You got 10 minutes.
We
2
wish
hours you a Merry Christmas.
Used to be the bare minimum on this show.
What?
2 hours used to be the absolute bare minimum.
I know, Johnny, but you know what?
Okay, so this is one last thing before we do the news. Jason Tebow sent me this video, and I just want to watch you watch it. It's the funniest thing perhaps I've ever seen.
Are you telling me it's funnier than the reenactment?
It might be.
Okay, so we might have the two
This is
funniest.
a sketch, though.
Okay.
But this is so funny.
All right, here we go.
What's up?
This is a Rockfin exclusive.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
You want to sell that shit? Call these motherfuckers ASAP.
Yeah, I said some shit. What? Man, f you and your bone spurs.
The hardest niggas is standing by, ready to pick up that phone.
It's so funny.
Buff niggas, dark niggas, Asian niggas, white niggas.
Suck my bitch. F you.
1-213-373-4253.
Just dial, I'll fuck you up.
You call that number
Deaf
right now?
Classic niggas. Racist niggas. Mystery niggas. Psycho niggas. Dog niggas. Jewish niggas.
You got some motherfucking nerds calling me out Shabbat on some little bullshit. Better calm that shit down and come around here and show me some respect before me and my Jewish come up here and beat your ass off top.
It's talking shit. Call now.
$4.99 per minute.
Isn't that great?
That's the best.
It's so funny. Oh, sorry, I've been watching Panthers.
Dude, that is the funniest thing. Why is that that can't be on YouTube?
It's N-word, dude. All the N-words, man.
Yeah, but we don't.
That's like that'll get us a strike. I mean, that's bad. That's like racist stuff.
You should have to beep all the M words.
Oh, that was so funny.
All right, great hour.
All right,
Great.
here we go. The news now.
News.
All right. I know you've had your struggles with Buffalo Wild Wings in the past, so it might.
What do you mean?
Well,
I like it.
You had a little beef though, right, with the wait staff at the all black
Oh
Buffalo
yeah,
Wild Wings.
the black Buffalo Wild Wings is the jam.
Well, you
unless
like
you
it.
unless you want to get waited on.
Yeah.
If you want to get waited on, it's awful. If you want to just experience chaos, black Buffalo Wild Wings is the shit.
So Fox 11 reports that a man is suing Buffalo Wild Wings, claiming their pricey boneless wings are basically nuggets, and he's damn right. He's 100% right.
You know, I gotta agree with you. And like, dude, why do you want a chicken without bones?
Doesn't make
That's
any
not
sense.
natural.
No, it's not natural.
That's a blob.
A Chicago man representing us all, I would say. He's representing the soul of America in this case.
Is there a way we can support his legal
I would love
cause?
to. A Chicago man has filed a class action lawsuit, and I would love to join it.
Can I get in on it?
Again, it's a class action, maybe so, against Buffalo Wild Wings.
That action is class.
Saying the restaurant chain is charging too much for its boneless wings, which are basically nuggets.
I agree.
Not made from the actual wing of a chicken.
And you know what else they charge too much? For their skinny ass fries. You ever gotten those skinny ass fries?
Yeah.
They're the worst. Do better. Huh? You think Hooters? Do you think they thought they would go out of business? They were like, oh yeah, people come for our wings, whatever. We'll just be a Christian strip bar. That's all we're gonna do. And look where Hooters is now, out of business. Get with it, Buffalo Wild Wings. Start treating us with respect, okay? And stop making us watch Michigan basketball. Every time I go there, they got some Michigan basketball on the television. I want to watch real sports, all right?
Real Sports with Brian Gumbel, his favorite TV show.
Yeah, I would love that.
Ayman Halim filed the complaint this week against the restaurant.
Ayman Halim is our Rosa Parks, by the way.
According to court documents obtained from Fox Television, Halim attends that boneless wings are not actually part of a chicken wing, but instead slices of chicken breast, deep fried like wings.
Okay, so let me ask you something. How many lawyers turned this down before he decided just to represent himself?
This clear-cut case of false advertising should not be permitted, as consumers should be able to rely on the plain meaning of a product's name and receive what they are promised.
I totally agree. I totally agree. How many lawyers turned this down before he just like, I'm just going to take it to the people?
All the lawyers.
Yeah. He's just like trying to walk down the street and get the masses angry. It's kind of like if you're trying to start a flash mob and you're hoping people will jump in.
I just want to salute you, Ayman Halim. You're representing the people of America in this important case. Just know, sir, Mr. Halim, you have our support. We stand behind you, real Americans. And if you need us, as long as it's not any substantial sum of money, we will support you.
Yeah.
We're there for you, Hyman.
Give him the number to call.
Take him
Call
on.
us, Halim. Is that his name?
Something like that. Ayman Halim.
Hamalin. Call us, Hamalin. Call us, and we will talk. We want to talk to you about your civil rights movement for real wings. I don't know where you think you're gonna get boneless chicken that is natural, but hey, I'm willing to take a shot, okay? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of false advertisement. I'm tired of watching the show and watching the commercial and not knowing what the hell they're advertising. Okay, thank you, Hama.
Here's to you, Mr. Halim.
Here's to you, dude. Here's to you.
A real American hero.
Real American hero.
That's bravery.
I'm hard.
How great was that music? That
was great, dude.
Here's a crazy story. This is from News Channel 3 in Memphis. Zebra bites Ohio's man's arm before deputy has to put the animal down. A man was taken into the hospital Sunday after a zebra attacked him in Pickaway, Ohio. Guy got attacked by a zebra.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? According to an incident report from the sheriff's office there, deputies were sent around 5:30 p.m. to a fenced-in field after reports that a man was seriously injured by a zebra he owned.
Johnny, as we know, the zebras are the Blake Griffins of the horses, okay?
Are they?
Yeah, they really are. And they're biracial, and we all know the biracial people are the most militant, according to Moses, who runs the roast battle. So this is why zebras are very angry, because they don't know which community they're really in. Are they with the white horses or the stallions, the black stallions? So they're very angry.
As deputies arrived, they saw the victim lying on the ground with his right arm covered with his sleeve. According to the incident report, dispatch logs say the victim had his arm bitten off by the zebra.
Gnawed.
Bitten off. Gnawed off.
Like one chop, or did he gnaw?
Well,
on
I
it?
can't. I mean,
like,
zebras
did he
don't
just
have
go
sharp
corn
teeth.
on the cob on that guy's arm?
Detached his arm from his body by a
Oh
zebra.
my God! Just like ah.
However, a spokesperson for the sheriff's office confirmed that the man was being treated at Grant Medical Center and will not lose his arm. So they managed to reattach it somehow.
Johnny, like, have you watched these videos on Instagram where like they're like watching like animals fight against snakes that are trying to eat them, and they just film them, and they don't do anything to help the animal.
Well, that was always National Geographic's policy, and I hated that.
Yeah, well, you know my theory. We've already talked.
Yeah, you
about
think it's all set up. Here's a little body cam footage that it's edited though.
No, I don't want to see.
No, it's
guys'
edited though. I don't think it'll show the guy's arm. If it does, I'll.
You don't even know, but you're gonna
Well,
try
it says
to
it's
show
edited.
it.
I mean, they're not going to show that on on
Why? They
local
need
news.
ratings.
They wouldn't show it on local news. They'll show it edited. Injured. Dial pound law. That's a good one. That guy's got a good number.
Pound the law, bro.
Okay, here we go. Here's the body cam footage. Look at that zebra. That wild ass zebra.
That's a wild zebra?
No, I mean it's not wild. It's just wild.
Has it already eaten the arm?
I think so.
He turned his back to him.
He turned his back to him. I guess you can't do that with zebras, dude. You can't turn your back on a zebra. Look, it's coming after him, dude.
Is there a way for you to keep him back? We're trying not to shoot him, but...
Bro, he's coming. I think they end up shooting this damn thing, so I don't know if we want to see that.
Hey, man. Fuck around, find out.
Oh, no, look. He's like, y'all, get on now. Damn, that zebra's...
Like, why didn't they do that before the guy bit the arm?
Well, the guy, he's like, he turned his back on him. Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
Zebra bit a guy's arm off.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, think about that. Like, people, you got a gnarly scar and you're going out trying to meet a new girl or something from Tinder, and she's like, "Oh, hey, you mind if I ask what happened? What happened to your arm?"
Yeah.
Zebra bit my fucking arm off.
Do you think that turns chicks on?
Maybe.
So he doesn't even have an arm at all?
Well, they reattached it is what it sounds like.
All right,
but you're going to have a visible scar there.
Yeah,
if you
for
want,
sure.
Unless you want to wear long sleeves for the rest of your life.
For sure.
This is another person I just want to salute here, because so many people now are sitting at home collecting welfare when they could be, if they just took the initiative, making $300 an hour as a topless maid. Because a Tampa woman has done just that. She's making $300 an hour as a topless maid.
Well, what does she look like?
She looks like this. Here she is. Would you like to meet her?
I mean, this is a good...
You want to know how much I make in a day as a topless maid? Today I cleaned 5 houses and I charged $300 an hour. And I also have a security guy that sits in the car outside and waits for me just in case anything happens. And he gets 35% of what I make. So
that's a lot of money.
$300 for the hour. And they gave me a $150 tip. I just want to say it's not required to tip, but majority of the houses that I clean, they do tip. Second house, $300 for the hour, and they gave me a $120 tip. Third house, $300 for the hour, and they gave me a nice $150. Fourth house, $300 for the hour, and they tipped me $110. And the final house, $300 for the hour, and they gave me a very generous tip of $200. Very nice. It was a big house too, kind of dirty. My take-home pay was $2,230. And of course, like I said, my security guy gets 35%, which is $780. We're gonna go ahead and just round it up because he's amazing. So he will be getting $800. And so now my take home is $1,430. And I worked 5 hours. If you think you needed a sign, this is your sign. Topless maid cleaning service for the win. Don't forget to like this video and follow me for more.
Well, I hope you're saving that money, because that rate's going to go down.
Along with your titties. That's going to sag
I
as
don't
your
hate
titties
it,
go down.
Johnny, I don't really hate it. I mean, it's low vibrational, and who knows what else happens in there.
Might have to drive my girl around.
And let's be honest, how much cleaning is really getting done in an hour? In a house?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, what are you cleaning? A studio for an hour?
I don't think you have the topless maid, and she come and kind of move some things around, and then you got the real maid.
And then you just watch it jiggle.
You got the fat Latina that comes later in the week, and she actually does the real cleaning.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, bro. It's just ridiculous.
Props. I say props to her though.
No, listen to me.
Props to her.
Anybody who makes money not robbing people is fine with me, man. And listen, again, I don't care. I'm not anti any of this stuff. Some stuff's low frequency. I don't know where that falls on there, but the energy you put out is the energy you get back.
Hold on, I think she's got an OnlyFans. Let's see. Yep, of course she does.
Of course she does. And then that becomes the low frequency stuff.
Trying to see if we can find out how much money
And you know,
she's making.
this gets into this depopulation stuff that I talk about. Most guys don't want to date an OnlyFans model. So now her selection of males to mate with goes down.
There she is.
Yeah.
The maid of your dreams.
Yeah, just garbage.
Not my dreams. Well,
she's hot.
yeah,
She's
no,
from Tampa?
She's lovely. Of course she is, yeah.
Oh, Tampa's the best.
Yeah.
Tampa is the best. But dude, if you're some rich
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
dude. So yeah, okay. Come on, we all know what you're doing for $300 an hour.
You think so, really?
By the way,
I don't think she
lady, guess what? You do a bar gig and stand up. You do 30 minutes, you get $300. Bam. You're making fucking topless maid money. I break it down into sex worker money.
Good for her.
Good for her.
I'm proud of her.
Make that money, invest it, lady. Figure out something to invest in. Because it ain't going to last forever.
Buy real estate. Yeah.
Right? And you're going to start slicing and dicing your face. And it's so funny because when you do plastic surgery, you're like slicing and dicing, but you can't shave the years off your eyeballs. Your eyes are what make you look at a certain age. The more shit you've seen, the older you tend to look.
And just the glow in your skin.
Yeah.
You can't get that back. You know, we've had some uplifting stories here, and here's another one, because there are a lot of negative stories coming out of Canada recently, especially from the judicial system and the government in Canada. Well, here's a hopeful story coming out of Canada. Giving your neighbor the middle finger may not be polite, but it is protected as part of a person's right to freedom of expression under the Canadian Constitution, a judge has ruled.
It's very okay, so that's Canada. These different rules.
In a 26-page decision, 26 pages about the middle finger,
dude, that's
Dennis Gialisatos dismissed the case against a man accused of harassing his neighbor in a Montreal suburb. To be abundantly clear, it is not a crime to give someone the finger, he said. Flipping the proverbial bird is a God-given, charter-enshrined right that belongs to every red-blooded Canadian.
I agree. And, dude, they just... Yeah, they just jacked our term, though, red-blooded.
Yeah,
they totally jacked that
for
from
sure.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, and second of all, I agree. You should be able to flip people off.
This is the most hopeful news I've seen come out of north of the border.
And by the way, I also 100% believe that you should be able to flip somebody off and them not get angry enough to commit violence. There should be like, I think in a car, you should never ever get out of your car and want to fight somebody.
Okay. Now, this does seem to contradict your philosophy, though, on people needing to have consequences for talking shit. Because you generally think that more people need to be chin checked for talking shit.
Dude, like driving in a car and someone like is like, you fucking like you should never get out of your car.
That's just like being on the internet, though, and,
but
and
there's
thinking
a
you're
difference.
protected.
No, but if I go to Johnny Woodard's Instagram and I just start talking shit to you.
Well, I think if you post anything on social media, you're asking for it. Like, you're asking for feedback by posting stuff on social media. It's social media.
Well, I mean, I personally think there's rules to this shit.
Unless you protect your tweets.
That's my opinion. I think there's rules to this shit. And if you're going to go and you're going to disparage someone, you're going to try to dox them and all that stuff, be prepared for them to show up to your house and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I mean,
But if you're driving, let somebody scream. Let it go. Don't get out of the car and start shooting people.
Yeah, I don't think people should be violent, in any
you know,
situation.
I know you're right, Johnny. Maybe I'm a hypocrite because I do believe that chin checking needs to be in a little bit as well.
I have a friend of my grandmother's side of the family who got cut off by a guy who didn't use his indicator, his right turn signal in England.
Yeah.
And he got the guy to pull off the road and beat the shit out of the guy and went to jail for a while. a full-blown road rage thing for in front of the family for not using his turn signal.
Yeah.
That was it. He beat the shit out of the guy for not using his turn signal.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, that is too much.
But props to this judge for taking a stand. The middle finger is the right of everyone.
I agree.
Here's another story. You've said that there's some hope in Gen Z, Sam. This might fly in the face of that. This is from Australia. 28 girls hospitalized with, quote, anxiety after playing with the Ouija board.
Damn, dude, you're letting in dark spirits, bro.
They're not in good spirits. Now, I'll give them credit. That's a good headline right there. They're not in good spirits. The lead, rather. Nearly 30 American schoolgirls have been hospitalized with anxiety attacks after allegedly playing with Ouija boards at their school in Columbia, the New York Post reports. There were 28 possible cases of anxiety in school students, said Hugo Torres, the head of the Galeras Educational Institution in Galeras, that makes sense, where the incident took place, per Jam Press. According to the outlet, alarm bells went off after the girls reportedly suffered signs of fainting, anxiety, and other symptoms at school. Maybe they were possessed. They were subsequently admitted to a municipal hospital accompanied by parents and school faculty. Info on the student's diagnosis has yet to be released. However, many parents blame the in-school use of Ouija boards, a Jumanji-esque pursuit that uses a sliding pointer to spell out messages in a mysterious way. We all know what a Ouija board is.
Yeah.
Do you think they could be possessed, Sam?
I believe you're letting in the dark arts, dog. I believe you could be letting in the dark arts.
Fascinating.
All right, Johnny, thank you.
I think we're almost done. Hold on.
Johnny, thank you.
Oh, no, we got to hit our last thing. You wanted to hit this. This is from the LA Times headline. How LA's white drivers are polluting the air breathed by LA's people of color.
Listen, Johnny, I play a game called How Many Mexicans in a Row are in the cars next to me? Every time. And I get to double digits constantly. LA is very heavily Mexican. The notion that white people are causing the pollution is the most hilarious shit ever. And that's not saying Mexicans are doing it either. There is a smorgasbord of people. And to write this thing is just to let you know that, again, it goes back to our woke spitballing that San Francisco is doing. Who can say the most dumb stuff?
The dumbest shit.
And who can say it with a straight face?
And it's based on this study that from USC, of course, that found that Angelenos who drive more tend to be exposed to less air pollution, and Angelenos who drive less tend to be exposed to more pollution, and they're extrapolating from that. So white people, rich people tend to be the ones driving, and people of color tend to be the ones walking. So we're all, as white people now, obliged to find a remedy for this, I guess. What do we do? Maybe we should give them $5 million.
Give everybody $5 million. And then guess what $5 million would be worth? Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
It's just stupid. It's all dumb.
Here's our last story. It's an animal story. This is from Daytona Beach. Total surprise and shock. Daytona Beach man attacked by alligator after answering door. Somebody's knocking at his door.
Hold on.
He hears something at the door. He goes to answer it. It's a 9-foot alligator that attacks him.
So by the way, he didn't hear knocking. He heard somebody at the front door.
Something at the
and
front.
decide to just open it, which makes me think this guy
an idiot.
Lives in an area where there's no crime, and he's lonely, and he's just hoping anybody will come and talk to him.
First, though, bitten by a gator on his front porch as the Daytona Beach man recovers right now. Gatorland says it's seen a surge in calls over gator sightings, and it's not even gator mating season yet. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
By the way, stop it.
She's hot.
By the way, there's an area where people live where there is gator mating season. Would you live anywhere that had gator mating season?
I did for a while.
What?
Hilton Head Island, yeah. I lived.
Get me out.
They're everywhere.
That's the number one question I ask, even in the Valley of LA. Is there gator mating season anywhere around here? No, sir, there's no gators. Okay, then proceed. I never want to live anywhere. And by the way, did that guy just show up in a suit jacket and jeans?
No, those aren't jeans, but they don't. Yeah, they're kind of like board, like boat pants, and then he's got them rolled up with like casual shoes on, and then she's got like a classic Michelle Obama outfit.
Yeah,
on, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
It's a real classic
But
Michelle Obama. She's hot. Yeah. What did you think of that picture of Michelle Obama that's going around of her chest? Yeah, her chest,
which is associated with males.
Is it?
Yeah, that thing that you see.
Yeah, it's kind of like her
indented.
Yeah, it comes out and then it's in.
Yeah. And that's a condition that's associated with mostly males.
And the reason trappers are seeing more of them.
Got my leg clamped on and started shaking really violently and hadn't even turned the lights on yet. I said when I looked down and just saw kind of a big black mass, and my first thought was it's a big dog, and
That's
dog
what
out
you
there
thought?
couldn't see it.
It was an alligator, not a dog, that Scott Hollingsworth says attacked him at his doorstep in Daytona.
It was an alligator, not a dog.
Dude.
Video taken from his neighborhood shows the animal Saturday night.
Puncture mark from this side of the mouth.
He showed us the injuries to his leg after
Damn.
he heard a noise and opened his front door to find the gator.
We have alligators out here on the golf course that we see fairly regularly.
It's a common sight across Florida. Experts say especially as we head into spring.
We have the kind of the perfect time of the year going on right now where their hormones are ramped up.
Now that looks like a guy who knows a lot about
Yeah, that guy
alligators.
knows everything
Sure.
about alligators. And by the way, the guy has blinders. You wouldn't look first through the blinders.
You wouldn't see anything though. He might have. It's on the ground, dude. It's like right off the
You
ground.
wouldn't go, hey, what's up?
You're gonna look down? Nobody looks down. Not all the way to the ground. I mean,
Okay.
think about alligators that far off the ground.
We're in the middle of a drought.
Frank Robb has nearly 30 years of experience
That man managed to get 2 syllables out of drought. Drought.
working with alligators.
They're not only moving to look for the water, but they're having fights with other alligators and then having to get up and move for that reason.
This is our main breeding marsh.
We met Mike Heilman at Gatorland. The wildlife park has
Damn,
taken
look
in
at him,
2
dude.
so-called
Look at him.
nuisance
Look at
gators
that.
already this year.
Last 2 went in here.
And it's early.
Every year it seems to be climbing. Last
What is
year
Bert
we did
Kreischer from
20-something.
1995 doing right now?
Florida's
definition of a nuisance alligator?
I guess it has to pose a threat. So by posing a threat, does that mean it's aggressive or does that mean just hanging out?
Oh, and by the way, why are we doing this interview right next to the river where the mating season's about?
It's like some kind of like a refuge or whatever. Is
Get
what
outta here,
the
bro.
guy that would collect these on Hilton Head used to come by the newspaper and bring them by and like scare the girls and stuff that work there.
Get outta here, dude.
The place it's lived in for the last 20 years.
It's why Heilman says Gatorland reminds people to be aware and teach them about the wildlife we live with.
So we're really in their
Get
backyard.
outta here.
They really are dinosaurs though. Those
They
things.
are. They're like real life dinosaurs.
All right.
Well,
That's it, everybody.
Johnny, that wasn't really the positive animal thing you like to end on, but that's
Well, I
fine.
mean, I got a positive one if you wanted a positive animal thing. It's just a picture, though. These people, they found a creature curled up in their dog Squeaker's deluxe heated bed, and what they found it was actually a bobcat. Look at this.
But is it a loving bobcat? And can a bobcat learn to love?
They call it an unruly visitor. It was in the Chihuahua dachshund's bed.
Did he eat the
And
Chihuahua dachshund?
He narrowly survived the encounter, according to this.
I'll fuck that bobcat up.
Look at this.
I'll
dude.
fuck it up.
Bobcats will jack your shit up too.
I'll
They're
jack
dangerous.
their shit up.
They're dangerous. My
Johnny, you jack them off.
My grandfather used to tell a story about in the early days when he would plow fields with a donkey. You know, you plow
Is
fields
that what he
with a
talked
mule.
about making love to your grandma, plowing
With
fields?
No. With a mule, you know, you'd have
Yeah.
to manually plow, like you'd have to hold the plow.
Yeah.
And he said one time the donkey kept acting up, the mule did, really like kicking and bucking against the plow.
Yeah.
And what he realized was that there was a bobcat sneaking up behind him that tried to attack him, and that the mule was reacting to that. So he almost got attacked by a bobcat, but the donkey saved him by freaking out.
Oh, donkey.
They're mean.
Donkey.
They're mean.
Donkey.
All right, there's our animal story. There you go.
So crazy.
Take us home.
All right, guys. If you want to see me live and get more of this hot action, just go to samtripoli.com, hit events. If you love the show, Please let us know. Send Johnny all of your stories. If you think there's a broken sim story, if you think there's a story that the Sports Center for the Apocalypse should be talking about, send it to us. I have more stories, a lot of stuff. I'll just, so we'll save it for next week. Hope you guys enjoy this. Guys, if you like this show, let your friends know about it. Give us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Spread it around. Tell your friends. It's a great way to grow it. We got to get it back in the top 200.
It was this time.
It wasn't.
Yeah, was it like 197 or something like that? 193, something like that.
Well, let's get it up there, man. Let's hang them back.
Well, I think what happened was it went way up there because we got a lot of new people listening because the numbers are the same like for the last couple of weeks. And they did reviews. You know what I mean?
Keep reviewing, bro.
You can only do one.
Get your friends' iPhones. Do a review, dog. Review, review, review. All right, guys. I got to go.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Pick up your guitar, sing me a song. This was Groover's paradise. Now the Groover is gone. Was a cool little city, but